Everything okay?
We're back.
Have you heard about Jesus Christ?
Were you guys man.
Was it a Mormon?
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to me.
All right. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Is it a Mormon?
You sound great.
All right. That's great.
Lord.
We should have brought the Mormon in, and
Man.
we could have had a really good stream.
Yeah. I could have showed her my necklaces. I had a good time.
I actually do something with them.
Yeah.
Something productive.
Okay. Good.
Okay. I'm ready. Is there more to this or?
Well, I've gotten a few to sign up to the bone marrow registry.
Nice.
Anyways.
All right.
Actually, I'm not going to get some water while I'm thinking about it.
All right, Logotham. I think we're back. Let us know if. Sorry, I'm like. Oh wait, you can't see me. Let us know if that's good. Also, how does it look? Does it look and sound better?
Could sound worse and look worse. I mean, it's entirely
We're gonna
possible.
put Ken on the test here. Does it look and sound better? What do you think about the angles?
I think the angles are rushed. I mean, if it's my opinion,
You don't get to talk.
I don't get to talk.
You don't get to talk.
Like if I'm gonna say it, like I feel like we need another a little testing demo first.
Indeed.
I feel like
Testing.
some
I was gonna say,
testing.
I like the sound every time I chime into it, and I would give you more light next time.
Yeah, actually,
But-
we could give you more light. If
No. I'm good. They are rarely seeing me.
Yeah.
It is perfectly fine. We need to play. We don't need to
Yeah.
fuck with this
No,
goddamn
that's-
fucking tech.
That's why I have.
Oh my god.
I gave you a
I'm
little
gonna
bit more
lose
light,
my
and that was
shit if we keep on fucking with this.
Yeah, no, I feel like we're where we are.
Yeah,
And-
we do not need to fuck with this.
Every time I walk away from the table, I don't have to get a mic.
Dude,
off,
I
so-
know. Every time you guys get up, I'm like, oh god, they're gonna like pull everything off.
Yeah, this little mic is actually pretty decent. If we had two of them, and they're not super expensive, that would be a great when we go to streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're streaming now, but when we
Yeah, I
go
understand.
to streaming.
Well,
That's all you
it's gonna
really
be all
need.
you guys. I'm not gonna be here.
I was
Okay,
gonna say, maybe
so
you'll have to tag
let's.
team it at that point.
Yeah.
So say the last things you need to say. Let's settle. I'm using your terminology.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna settle, and then we're gonna start this bitch.
Yeah.
Anything y'all need to say? Go on, Holker.
I just like to state for the record that Burgess McQueen, coming from a long line of McDonald's and Dairy Queens, is very skilled at the art of frosty machine repair, and that is written down on my character sheet.
Keep it frosty.
That's your ability. Yeah, keep it frosty. That's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow. Wow.
Lil Gotham says noise all sounds great. Crystal clear video is coming in nice too. Love the switching of the camera angles, but I agree in slowing them down because I suck at it. That's what you said. 'Cause I suck at
linger
it.
a little
I see.
longer.
And your lighting looks cool and slightly creepy, very DM vibe. I probably shouldn't do the blood sign. Anyway, I'm just go away from that or get off myself. Lips. I'm going to California soon.
Never
Okay.
a wit.
Right, Jesus. So that was the game. Nice to see you guys.
Hello.
Hola.
The dramatis personae.
I know no one cares about this, but Dolby is from Ganymede, so they think they know what a Southern accent is, and they are in fact a Civil War buff. Too much information, but pardon me while I destroy a Southern accent throughout this.
Nice.
It may go and turn into New Jersey. I don't know.
So it's the future. A couple things about the setting. No one is speaking English. Everyone is speaking Esperanto. So the common language, you can just think of it like English. The common language is Esperanto. That's what everyone is using, and it's 400 years in the future, so it's this weird version of it, right? Basically, you are speaking a new language. It's just a common tongue. And it has no ground in culture other than Prime. So you could put Esperanto, you could put Prime language, whatever you want. Common, doesn't matter. That said, people that are voidborn, meaning that they are a part of a colony ship, it's not actually called a colony ship, but for the sake of not going into a bunch of me telling you lore, you've got colony ships. What are they doing? They're going to colonies. You've got ships where you got a whole bunch of families that live a communal ship, and it's usually privately owned. That's a lifeboat, and those are voidborn. They're kind of like space Amish. That really doesn't make sense because there's technology involved.
No, they're Mennonites.
They're like space Mennonites. Some of them are very religious. Some of them aren't. It's something that I think is really cool in The Expanse, that they go with that. Voidborn are weird. They're different. When you compare them to society, because they've literally detached themselves from society, right? So are they truly weird? Whatever your fucking truth is. So that's a voidborn. That's different than a station kid. A station kid is on an SSA station of some sort. So think of like super private school, whatever, homeschooled versus run-of-the-mill public school. Like those would be the difference. They're both station kids and voidborn. They have the same kind of lifestyle. They're on stations. It's very low gravity or 0G even. But their cultures are different. Then you got Moon Children. These are people that grew up like his character, Dolby, on a moon. So it's a planetoid of some sort. Usually there's no Atmo. Everybody's rolling around in a pea suit. It's very low gravity. There's a different way of moving. And that is different than a space station, because a space station in orbit is not a planetoid. Then you've got actual colonies. So these are also dusters. These are people that, live on Mars, live on Prime, whatever. All this is in the goddamn setting notes that I sent you. Did you send that link, by the way?
So you wanted
the link to the Google Drive.
To the Google Drive,
Yeah.
I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah.
We got distracted. Cool. Yes.
What we're going to do is go down the line. You guys say... you've already talked about your characters. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. You already done it.
We built them on stream.
Yeah. Let me switch up this music. Gravity fields. Oh, thanks. Big shout out to Epidemic Sound, because their music is actually pretty good. It ain't bad. I just fucked up. Bringing it back. And I'm trying to let these things linger. I really shouldn't switch this. I really shouldn't be doing it.
Next time I'll do it.
Yeah, next time you do it. Chris, can you turn it up a little bit and I'll turn it down here?
Mm-hmm.
You've all been retrained. Your thoughts have been monitored. What you do on the regular has been monitored for the last 6 months in boot camp, Space Marine boot camp. You are now a part of the Prime Marine Corps, which is a big deal. I'll turn it down.
I didn't even. It's over there. I didn't touch it.
Which is a big deal. Your term of service is 10 prime years. So 10 years. This is unaffected by the effects of cryosleep, time dilation, any mitigating factor whatsoever. And then, after your term is up, you can re-enlist, of course. You can go career. Regardless, you'll be considered a citizen afterwards. because you're not yet a citizen. So it's a good deal. You know, you get 3 square meals a day.
10 years of service. No biggie.
10 years of service. And you will likely be sent onto big old missions. For some reason, you have all you've all been lucky enough to train and do your boot camp on the homeworld, on Prime. This is a privilege. A lot of Zens, a lot of humans, they're not really called humans anymore. You're called Zens. You can use that terminology if you want, but it's antiquated. It's kind of saying like thee and thou. It is actually looked at as weird if you call Prime Earth. And in fact, someone might consider you a rebel or a dissident. If you do, maybe. Because that's the language they use, right? You know, you call it money instead of credits. It's a privilege to be here. One, because you're experiencing real gravity. You are going to be stronger than other Marines. Just tougher in general. Now, why in the world were you allotted this? That's up to you. You get to decide that. You can make that a trait or a flaw as you see fit. Put that down on your character sheet. You can choose it at some point, but that's up to you. Maybe you paid for it. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident.
She says it was choppy whenever we were doing character stuff, so she missed all of the character introductions.
Then we will do character introductions in just a moment.
Mm-hmm. Is it choppy now?
Seems to be fine now. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, we really bumped it down, so it should...
It still looks good, too.
Okay. Hell yeah. You are blasting off from one of the main launch pads. It'll be in Brazil. Just to go Starship Troopers on it. The boosters kick. You're pulling several G's, which, especially if you're not from Prime, which is anyone from Prime?
Yeah.
Have you left World before?
No.
So for you two, or for you three, you've experienced several G-forces. You've been in space, and anytime you're heading on a vector in space in a starship, you're going very quickly. Turning is a thing. You pulled some G's, so think of the Expanse, which does this pretty well. Burgess, you are plastered to your seat. The entire ship rattling so hard you're getting dizzy. As you exit atmosphere and you're coming out of Earth's orbit, you see Prime Station 1. It looks like a big Star Trek space station. It's huge. The size of an island out there. Like you look at it and it's like that big, but you're 100 miles away, right? Spaceships going all over the place. Satellites everywhere. You see the orbital cannons, Prime's defenses and such. In the distance, as the sun, maybe you're coming out of Earth's shadow, so you can see just past Prime's, where it obscures the sun. See solar sails, gold in this reddish color of petre, which petre, this material, is put into the solar sails to make them more substantial, so that they can endure more acceleration. You see ships all over the place. As you go weightless, you look around, and you're essentially in the fuselage of like a Boeing 747, that's just fit for space. maybe the spaceship rights itself. You feel the thrusters kick in the G's, and as that happens and the pilot maneuvers the spaceship, so the thrusters are put in a way to where with your acceleration you have a modicum of gravity here. So the floor is where the thrusters are, and it's pushing you like an elevator towards Mars. Specifically Apollonia Station 4, I think is what I told you. Apollonia Station is orbital space station above Mars, one of many. This is a military grade one. It is the base, camp, and launching point of all PMC and PNB, Prime Naval Brigade missions. Apollonia is one of 3 major cities on Mars. There's around 20 or 30 other Marines with you. All of them look similar to you all. Buzzed cuts. You're all buzzed out. You know, you look like Space Marines. With your new equipment, new shit. It'll have the sort of green-blue, what is that called? Aqua? Dark aqua?
Teal.
Turquoise.
Turquoise? What color is that? Dark marine color that you have. Issued from Prime. That in and of itself is a bit of an honor, maybe. Perhaps since you're from Mars, you know you'll be treated a certain way with this color on. You are all in a fire team. You've worked together, you know each other. How well, that's up to you. If you got close, it's up to you. But the idea is, you definitely know each other's names. You know your strengths and weaknesses. You were in boot camp together, and you did all those exercises that you see in the movies, or if you've actually been in the military, you've done all that stuff.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Bless
Now,
you.
do you know each other's Gesundheit? Do you know each other's deep, dark secrets? Not necessarily. Maybe not. At this point, we will describe our characters a bit. So let's start with Lieutenant Dolby.
Yeah, Dolby is probably heard his first Southern accent ever while visiting Prime for the first time, and
Fell in love.
he really is. He is a meat puppet. I mean, he's got the personality of a brick wrapped around another brick, and there's some bricks sitting on top of him. He's not a witty fellow, but he's definitely seen some shit, and he's not going to tell you about it. That's it.
Indeed. A note. Amongst you, you have a first lieutenant. That is Dolby. So Marine ranks for officers starts off with the old butter bar. Second lieutenant. Then it goes to first. After that is captain, then major, then lieutenant colonel, colonel, general. So a first lieutenant usually has command of an entire platoon, if not potentially aiding a captain over a company. Potential.
Yeah, Dolby's not that. Dolby's drinking and is not in command.
You all know he is a first lieutenant. So you gotta salute, you gotta say sir, and in fact, just out of boot camp, you're probably certainly going to. Maybe you even knew or saw a few people, like sergeants or something, in boot camp. Kind of give Dolby a sidelong glance, maybe not salute once or twice, and they got fucking reamed. He is an officer. Mm-hmm. That said, he has no responsibility. And he was also in boot camp with you. He's an officer. He was saluted by the sergeant, the drill sergeant. But was there something facetious there?
Yeah.
Definitely. There is this man. What is your apparent age?
Probably 30 or 40.
Yeah. Something definitely is going on. Okay, move on. Burgess.
Burgess McQueen comes from a long line of McDonald's and Dairy Queens. Is a former farmer who lost his farm after something very tragic happened to his tractor. Went on a joyride, didn't go so well. And the farm got destroyed. And he was out of options, so he enlisted in the Marines.
Yep.
He can also do frosty machine repair.
Good for us.
Love that. It's going to take everything in me not to call you Sarah and Murad.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
all.
that's fair.
Like,
Right
I
there.
was like, all right, Sarah,
Every
go
time
ahead.
that happens.
I'm Carthonin. I come from, my mom and dad are farmers on Mars, and I just really want to live up to the, one of my ancestors was from Prime, and I hear he was a big hero, and I just really want to live up to him. People can call me Carth, that's easier. I understand it's a long, it's a long name, a lot of syllables. Although, in reality, my grandfather was a Martian Marine, and, the war didn't end too well for us. He taught me from an early age that really Mars should be independent. And
Indeed.
he also taught me a few tricks so that we may, I can maybe put a few wrenches in the gears of this stupid machine we live in.
Oh,
Good. We'll say that perhaps more than once you all did many laps around the facility for Carthonin letting slip maybe some of her thoughts.
well, if it wasn't her, it was me.
And Tobin.
I was going to say, Tobin McGregor, you guys probably don't know a whole lot about me. I don't talk about myself in my, too much. However, me and you have probably talked quite a bit. I was recruited unwillingly because my family is smugglers, and we're getting things to and from, and they caught me and enlisted me, and here I am, and I'm happy about it. I'm just all thumbs over here.
What was the alternative?
All thumbs over here.
No thumbs.
Doing great over here. Happy to be part of the movement, if you will. The big old fat movement coming out of the backside. Anywho. Yeah, Tobin McGregor. I do things and stuff. I've flown ships all over the place. I've been lots of places, but, not many places I'd like to tell you about. Because they're probably still looking for me about that. Well, they found me, in fairness. But anywho, here we are. Serving. 10 years. It's going to be great. Yeah. It's going to be great. We're all happy about it.
Yep.
Yep.
This section of the adventure is called the rabbit hole. How much do I want to sit here and... See, I know the adventure. I'm trying to stay good, like close to the book on this. This adventure will be released, by the way. I'm going to give it a little bit of stank on there. 20 Marines, including yourself, are rolling out. You're looking over at each other, perhaps. The little food cart comes, little Marine food cart, giving you maybe one of the last meals you'll ever have. I mean, who knows? Some of the Marines are talking about, you hear them talking about where they would like to be stationed, where they'd like to be deployed. They have high hopes for it. You know, you hear some, maybe a couple of them talking about how, oh God, gods, hopefully they don't send us out past Jupiter, in the way out, and even further even. Maybe there's a few rangers that you know, they're not Marines; they're actually part of the army. We'll say there's 3 of them off to the side. They're in their own little booth. They all have beards and shit, you know, and they're not really talking much. They're all scarred up, and they have dead eyes. Maybe their skin has almost like a little plasticky look to it. You perhaps know why. It's up to you if you want to bid. But a couple of the Marines, it's always a couple, are looking over at them sidelong here and there, talking about how they probably fought in the Distal Wars, and they're likely going back out. The thought may cross your minds, wonder how old are these guys? Because the distal colonies are upwards of 20 light years away, which on the fastest ship, that's 20 years one way.
Would I have seen these guys before or anything like it?
You can. What do you want to bid?
I would like to bid. Just, I would like to bid career, just because I, have a background in this stuff and I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
And so I just want to know if I've seen anything like these guys, because I'm not a big fan of AI people.
Yeah.
So, that'll just put me on edge.
As Dolby, you look over and see these 3 rangers. You see their skin's a little rubbery looking. Perhaps you hear someone off to your left, another Marine, whispering, "I wonder. You think those are synths?" But you know better. You know they're not. They're not synths. Those are Zens. That's just extreme exposure to cryosleep. Your guess, since you bid career, you've seen plenty of those guys. They're probably sociopaths. They have no personality. They're there for one reason. They might as well be robots. Because after too long in cryosleep, especially if you're one of the unlucky people, you just kind of come out different. And their skin looks that way because they've been in space so long. There's no sun. Like the UV that they try to use to treat long-term cryosleep helps. But, those guys are 200 years old. Mm-hmm. If they've actually been in the shit, who knows? That's what those guys are. They're severe veterans.
I'll just mention to those the people spreading rumors that
Sure.
they're not AI. That's just.
What do you say to them?
Well,
as you get your fellows around you as well.
Yeah, I feel like we should leave these guys alone. They've been fighting a long time. Everybody, don't talk to them. Let them talk to you, and we'll be cool. Because you just say the wrong word, and that's it. So just don't talk to them. Just leave them alone.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yes, sir. I'll leave him alone.
Any particular reason why, sir?
They've gone further than you'll hopefully ever see. And they've come back from it, and they're gonna go back. They're with us. Don't think about it.
You note as you're saying this, Dolby, and the rest of you are looking, at him, one of the Marines, like in a movie, one of the Rangers, slowly turns, his neck, like the skin rippling up as he turns, and he's got like the Clint Eastwood glare, like that, right? And just this cold stare in his eyes as he looks at you like, he looks through you. It's like you're not even there. As he looks over and hearing what you say, gives you a nod, and then turns back, and that's it. As the rest of the Marines all look at you all, because you're part of the same fire team, and they're like, "Did you see that?"
I think the feeling's mutual, sir.
Carry on.
It's about that time. A woman Marine, you know her to be Lieutenant, she's the first lieutenant, Lieutenant Sarah Calabash. That's right. She's around 28 years old, you would guess. Being a Martian, Carthonian or Carthonian? Carthonian. She just smells like a primer. Smells like dirt and vegetables. She has dirty blonde hair, hazel eyes, bronzish skin, from being too close to the sun. Very athletic. She comes out of the cockpit in her scout armor, gun slung to the back, all magnetic style. And she taps, she didn't have her helmet on, she taps a comm on her neck, and you hear the PA squelch. Is that the right word? Boom! All right, Marines. Is everyone ready for Apollonia Station? You hear everyone else. Hoorah! Do you guys join?
Hoorah!
I take a
Hoorah.
pretty big sip of bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also look around and be like, I'm just happy to be back home. For a little while.
No one seems to notice your all's obvious descent. So that's how it's going to be. Good.
Did you expect anything
No.
less? That's Yep.
Well,
Yep.
we'll be in Apollonia Station in about 2.5 days. We're using thrusters on this mission. Give you all a little bit of a taste of home. She kind of smiles. It's a bit of a facetious smile because she knows not everyone's from Prime. And you gather that what she's talking about is thrusters will give you gravity. She says, we're using thrusters for this one. It'll be a little bit slower than normal. But don't think you guys will mind too much. And when you get to Apollonia 4, you'll be giving out your missions. Her eyes look over at you all. She's looking at everybody. She's looking at you guys. And her eyes rest on Dolby of what you're suited for. She walks past you. Perhaps there's a feeling of, you poor lot. A few of the Marines look over and, one's chewing gum noisily. Turns back.
We are the few and the proud.
Right.
That's
Keep on forgetting that this little switcher is on, the wall. Fuck. As she nears the end, she's going on about some sort of propaganda. She reads to you, and this is when everyone's eyes glaze over. Well, I'm assuming you've all read the lovely message that Admiral Eris Scatrid sent you.
Aye, aye, sir.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
She turns and nods at you. Of course you've all read what Admiral Scatcherd had to say. Prime Naval Brigade needs to tell the Marines something. You hear, ooh. Because they're not the PMC. You're the PMC. They're talking about the PNB, right? Them.
Yeah.
But I suppose I should read it to you. In fact, she puts her hand up. Let's just have the Admiral read it to you. As she boop, hits a button, and you see this Admiral of the PNB. What does he look like? Let's do one trait of this guy.
Mustache.
One eye.
He's got a mustache,
Giant.
a massive eyebrow.
He has a big, like, white, like, naval, uniform.
Yep, big navy
Oh,
uniform.
And he is a big man.
Yeah.
You mean he's fat or just huge?
Yes,
he's
he
just
is
massive.
Slovenly is the
Slovenly.
word that I would use.
As he says, your choice to become a Marine in the Prime Naval Brigade, PNB, will be a lasting. Hold it upright, God damn it! Count on it. I mean that to you. Count on it. After you finish your commitment. As he says commitment, the AR in your HUD, if you have your helmet on or if you don't, this little hologram has these asterisks, boop, boop, and then underneath it shows what that
Displays your
displays
time.
what that means.
That's
It says commitments, and you actually we'll hear this. It's almost like a Japanese woman's voice. It'll be one of the languages, one of the dialects that kind of has the Japanese sound. And she's like, and she's like doing sign language at the same time. As commitment says, commitments normally run 10 years from first deployment and are unaffected by cryosleep, time dilation, or other time-altering events.
It reads the fine print.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You will have won your right to citizenship within the illustrious Alliance of Settlements, AOS, within standard space, as governed by the Solar System Authority, SSA. Can someone else do this? Do I have to do this? It's on me, fuck. Sorry. The future is now. It kind of like stalls a little bit. Are you guys doing anything at this point?
Looking over at everyone, thinking, what have we,
So looking around occasionally.
What did
Yeah,
we get
no,
ourselves into?
I'm gonna inform them. Enjoy the moment. This is as good as it gets. Just be happy you're not fighting. Listen to the man. He might say something. He probably won't. Get over it.
You will be equipped with the finest PNB weapons, PMC weapons, armor, and tools, as another little clip pops up. Equipment will be determined and delegated by your commanding officer or their subordinate as needed. To fight the enemies of standard space and SSAOS, etc., etc., etc. Except he's one of those guys that says etc. Fuck him. And every threat shall be eradicated, turned, stomped into non-existence, or run into the void of empty space. There's another oorah of fervor. As you look around and as you notice, everyone is very excited about this. Whether it is unscrupulous rebels, or baby-killing terrorists, of the clad, purported alien influence, boo, or vile west, you hear a loud beep as the lights flash red 3 times, and then yellow 3 times, and then it alternates. As the lieutenant in the back, making herself a drink, maybe where you are, she kind of looks over at you and hands you one. Lieutenant? As this alert occurs, she looks up, hold this for me, and hands it to you. Lieutenant Calabash marches to the front. What is that place called? The cockpit. You all left there. The Admiral, his video is halted frozen with him like this.
No.
Awkward pause.
I might tell the group, get your shit.
We should go ahead and... Okay. All right.
I don't know what's happening.
I go get all my, try and get into my armor and uniform and
Just bounce and go get you.
You get into your armor, then your uniform, like your class A's over top your armor.
yeah, something like that. I mean, it's
You're just ready to fucking go. Indeed, you have duffel bags, and you have your class A's. You have your class B's. I'm not a military guy. You got, I just watched A Few Good Men. Thank you for your service.
Oh God.
Anyway, whatever the military jargon is, you have all the good shit. You got your uniforms.
I can't even handle the commissary, much less the truth.
Wow.
That was pretty good. If there was inspiration, you'd get it. Instead, you'll get a pip.
Yeah.
So you should write that down on your sheet. Pips allow you to alter something about the past, something minor, narrative. Narrative points allow you to alter something in the moment. Once you have 5 pips, which is the maximum, you can spend them all. You just tell me you're doing it. It's called dropping the load. And you can buy a trait with it.
Oh. Nice.
So it's a form of advancement.
So we start with none?
Yeah, you start with none.
Okay.
As you guys, you see Burgess, this farmer dude, go into the back. You'll see he walks past you. He strips down, gets on his pea suit, fucking naked as shit, puts on all of his armor, that heavy duty shit. It's still got the plastic on it and everything.
When he's
Sorry, go ahead.
when he says that, I see him go off. I'll just go ahead and just like pull out my duffel bag from underneath my seat and do the same thing, just like right there.
Yep.
Where I was.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So,
holy shit. All right.
have you guys seen Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
Sexuality is a strange thing. Anyway, in this time, it is incredibly normalized. You showered with every sex, gender, etc. Everyone's in the military and all these things. These are not social issues at all anymore. As fascist as this society is, especially from our perspective, in this way it is incredibly forward. Yeah, like there's all of that stuff. It's all a thing of the past. And in fact, racism, it's not even a thing. It's classism is the thing. Where are you from? Like, what you are by our standards, just put that in terms of where you're from in the solar system. That's where the racism is, and the classism.
Okay.
At any rate, Carthonin dropping Trow and just changing here, it is a little odd. That's certainly not the time and place to do it, but
It's not the fact that she's getting naked.
exactly. like no one, like none of the people are like titties. Like that's.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's probably like titties because we're dudes, but it's not considered the same thing at all. Although you will hear a few people say, "Oh, Martians." Somebody's eating a sandwich and they're like, "Oh, god damn it." Okay, so that's what's happening. Anything else?
I'm gonna continue to drink.
Yep, you drink.
I'll exchange a look with you, but otherwise, meh and meh.
Lieutenant comes back out, so you two are in gear. She comes back out, sees you two. This is Lieutenant Calabash. Ah, I see, 2 volunteers, great. Front and center. She points to the front.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I need 2 more volunteers. She looks directly at you both.
I'll be your meat puppet.
I suppose since half your team's gone,
Right.
going, Dolby, the rest of you will too.
Yes, sir.
Aye, sir. Yes.
Fine, Marines. She nods. She pats you on the back as you pass.
Oh God. Oh.
The rest of you will be going to Apollonia. This fire team has a mission. Come with me. As she hits a button and the lights, the alert lights go off, and you guys are walked into this intermediate area between the cockpit and the main fuselage. As she walks forward, you probably should get your stuff. We're making a stop pretty soon.
Right.
I don't think Dolby takes his clothes off. I think he's always in his gear. So
cool.
Well, then it's just me. I suppose I'll go get my things and be right back. 2 shakes, no problem.
All right.
I'm not putting it on though right now. We don't need it right now, do we?
I should put it on.
She just sort of
Why would you ever
sidelong
take it
glances
off?
and goes into the cockpit. You notice as the door opens, the pilots and such, and there is a gravelly male voice. All pilots are this. Like even women, they all sound the same, right? Yeah, this is such. It's encrypted, so it has the garble on it, and it's just for a moment you hear this as naval intelligence is talking to whoever's up there. As you're standing there, you get back with your things. The action is on all of you. Are you doing anything at this point? This is montage. You don't need a bid. Just what are you kind of doing?
I am awkwardly putting my shit on.
I'm listening into some of the gobbledygook that they're saying.
Okay,
And
in that
I'd
case-
can I bid something?
Yeah, in that case, we will pop out of the montage, which means so you have the montage where it's just moving forward. There's no bidding. If you bid, now you're in the dread, the other mode of play, and that means we're kind of like step by step. So what do you bid?
I just want to bid seasoned, so I can know what's up.
Sure. You
because
hear.
You
You hear this. Sorry to cut you off. You hear this. A civil disturbance is reported. Dissidents, I can't spell. Dissidents are blocking the LBA-2 facility's launch pad. Considered armed and dangerous. Reroute to LBA-2. And then it repeats. As you hear Calabash say, "What the fuck is this? We're going to Apollonia. What is this?" And you hear the captain, who has some other voice.
Captain speaking here.
We gotta go to Lunia.
What?
We gotta go to Lunia.
We have to go to Lunia.
Lunia.
Yeah, Lunia. I'm not happy about it either.
And Moonchild.
Yeah.
Moonchildren.
I hate
Is that
them.
what they're called?
That's what I call them worse, but moon children is whatever.
Alright, well, it looks like this is a stop and go. So, we're not landing. They're just gonna have to jump out.
We're just dropping them off, yeah.
Alright.
I'll bid operative to also heard it.
So both of you are.
Yeah.
I mean, I would relay this to them.
Okay, you do.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't need a bid.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
No.
Just because I find them interesting. I've never really met people from Prime and Mars. It's kind of neat.
Calabash, you hear her steps walking towards the door. Do you move away from the door, or you just kind of like this?
No, I just sort of like stand up and have it. I'm pretty drunk at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just keep going. I also have never had bourbon, like real bourbon.
Oh,
From Prime.
right.
I've only had moonshine.
Yeah,
From
no joke. Moonshine.
So I
And
don't know
I'm
if it's different, but it's
No, what you've had,
real
you've had plenty. What you've had plenty of is Ganny mead.
yeah.
Oh damn! That's good.
All right.
As she's walking back towards the door, that's about the time that I get 1 foot up and fall into it.
Are you getting a beer?
I can.
Could I have one?
That was okay. I'm ready to get a high five.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
that was
Okay.
Wow, that's another pip.
Yeah, Ganymede. That's
Just
I'm sad that I didn't think about that.
man, that's really good. That's good.
I mean, maybe I did last game, but not this game.
That's good.
That's brilliant.
I hate you. Now it kind of makes sense.
It does.
Making alcohol in low gravity, low pressure. Well, I guess you'd have the pressure because you'd have so the boiling point wouldn't change. Yeah, I guess you could do it. Yeah, I guess you could do it. But the low gravity, I think that would affect things. Anyway, it doesn't matter. As you're drinking, not Ganymede, right? That's good, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Not Ganymede, but you're drinking bourbon.
Yeah, bourbon, Kentucky bourbon.
So you have an other condition right now. You can write it down.
All right.
It's temporary. It's called drunk.
Oh no, I got that as a flaw.
What, drunk?
Yeah.
Do you want to bid? So this is the way conditions work in DreadLore. When you have a condition, it changes the threshold for successes you need. It changes how you perceive things.
Sure.
Sometimes, if it's a proper condition, thank you, sir. If it's a proper condition, which is stunned or bewildered, then you actually have to bid 2 traits instead of 1.
Sure.
To do your main action, not to activate things. Other conditions are lesser forms of that. You know, they're more plastic. You can do whatever you want with them. So, one of the ways to mitigate a condition is to bid a trait.
Sure.
So, for example,
can
if
I
you're
bid
like
drunk?
Yeah. So you are other condition drunk.
Yeah.
You could bid drunk to be like you're used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you bid flaw drunk.
Yeah.
Because you're always drunk.
Yep.
Awesome. That's awesome. And you will get a pip for a good usage of a flaw.
Nice.
Calabash walks in. Volunteers. You don't want to go to Apollonia anyway. Your fire team. What's your guy's name? Your fire's name? Your fire name?
Fire Team 4.
Yeah? Are you fire team 4?
That's what I heard.
All right. Well, that's a trait you all get. You're fire team 4. We've heard a lot about fire team 4. Through no fault of your own, she does not include Dolby in this. And in fact, maybe it's because of Dolby. You were going to be sent out, way out, if you get my drift.
Ma'am, do you know if we'll be able to catch up back with the rest of the recruits?
Shut up, Private.
You both get a pip. 1, for good usage of being an officer. 2, for actually not talking back. That was very good. That's why I went long. I like that. Give me just a second. Space travel. Where the real money of the movie's made. She says, God damn. She says, word was Eris. That's where you were going. Now, if you look in the into space setting and go to space travel, you'll see what I'm talking about. If anybody wants to bid something, you can know where Eris is. Unless you just know, and then you just know. I looked it up. It's also in The Expanse. The Expanse, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm not trying to plug the fucking Expanse, but it really is good. At least the show is. There's a couple things that made me go, but by and large, I really enjoyed that. Anyone want to bid? You don't have to.
Me.
You don't want. You want to be in the dark. Good. Yeah, awesome. And she says that, realizing that none of you actually know what she's talking about. She just rolls her eyes.
Hold on. I want to. So backgrounds. You bid those. You can bid.
You
those?
can bid anything.
Great.
You can bid anything but a mechanic. So you cannot bid your aspects. You can't bid your cunning. But if it's a trait, you can bid it.
Cool.
Title traits, you bid what the trait is. So you would bid what your name is, not name.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Smuggle Bus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. You'll get a pip for... Oh, no, you'll get a narrative point. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Get a narrative point because Smuggle Bus is a perfect bid to know where this crazy place is.
You know what? One, I'll bid operative to just basically say my grandfather tried to teach me as much of what he would have known about that kind of stuff as possible.
So you'll both of you will get 2 different bits of situation. Wow, Will. Sorry, I was doing something. 2 different bits of information. Eris. Bidding Smuggle Bus, you will know it's around 96 astronomical units AU away. 1 AU is the distance between the Sun and Earth. The Sun and Prime. Which changes because of our orbit and such. So these are all ranges. They're approximate. And they change with a lot of things. Bidding Smuggle Bus 2, you know, while knowing that distance is very important, where everything is in the or in the solar system, I mean, it's constantly changing.
Mm-hmm.
So what direction do you go? Well, now Jupiter's there and Eris is there. Well, now Eris is there and Jupiter's there. Like, it's all over the place. It's way far out. 96 AU is very far.
Mm-hmm.
By no means the furthest, but pretty far. It's far enough to where light sails struggle a little bit.
Okay.
Because they do better closer to the sun, closer to a sun.
Yeah.
They're powered by solar winds.
Right.
Petre enhances that by a factor of like 10 or so, which is why you guys can do intrastellar travel right now. That's pretty much what you know. It's pretty far out there.
Yeah.
To put that in perspective, Pluto is 35 AU.
Ah.
So Eris is 96.
He's 3 times that.
It's far. It is nowhere near as far as like, let's say, the Oort cloud.
Yeah.
Which is like 1,000.
Okay.
I think it stretches out to a solid light year.
Well, it's 1,000 and then 100,000, I think. But it's really fucking far. So what you'll know essentially about how long it takes to get there at full impulse. Full impulse, totally stolen from Star Trek. Sorry, it's still on me. Totally stolen from Star Trek. It's the fastest a light sail can go. It's around 25%, around 20 to 30, so 25% of light speed. It's fast enough to where you're hauling ass, but it's not fast enough to where time dilation is such a big deal. Like you're experiencing it, but it's not profound. Eris at full impulse, which is what you would do to get there, takes around 55 hours. So you can actually get there quick, but you have to accelerate to it, right? So once you're at acceleration, your speed, it's pretty close, but you got to get there, and that can take months. So it takes months. Okay.
Okay. Between acceleration and deceleration.
Yeah, deceleration isn't so hard. You have thrusters, and they're nuclear powered.
Okay. Okay.
Nuclear powered thrusters, you can go about 5% the speed of light. So solar sails are the way you go long distance.
Right. Right.
All right, Dolby. You want your whole team to hear this? She kind of looks over at you all. Did you hear the transmission?
What transmission, sir?
Indeed. So there's been a civil disturbance reported on Lunia. It's on the the far side. You know it's tidal locked, right? You got the near side and the far side. LBA2. Lunia Base Ancillary number 2. It's a solar farm, and it has a launch pad. Strategically placed. Because it's on the far side, it's a great spot for industrial and... what am I trying to say? Industrial, not commerce. Trade, no. When you're sending shit.
Export.
Export, yeah, fuck yeah. Industrial export. To Mars and a few other places like Jupiter. Now, normally you need a set clearance of 1. Does everyone have that? Her eyes kind of look over at you. What do you got, Dolby?
I have a set clearance, but I am now busted down to a private. But I've been here for a minute.
You're still an officer. You're wearing that bar.
I know I'm wearing it. I got you covered.
You don't have to bid it.
Yeah.
You don't have to bid it.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll say, because you're here, you all can hear this. Dissidents, they call them, are blocking the LBA-2 facility's launch pad, the main launch pad. They are considered armed and dangerous. We're rerouting to LBA-2. We're going to drop you off. It's a touch and go. This can't get public.
No,
You'll
sir.
be going out the back. We're not touching down. Now, seeing as Looney, as she turns around and a hollow projector shows the moon, Lunia, and she shows you this massive crater. It's on the southern pole. She flips it around to where you're going to be. There's this ridge line just on the east. We're going to be coming in. It's dark right now on that side of the moon, so we'll have some lights, some running lights for you. Probably drop you 200-300 feet off the Lunia surface. Gravity should do the rest. Be a pretty hard impact, but you've got your training.
I haven't seen anybody tougher than this group.
She kind of sidelong glances you, but then nods. This one could go a long way for you all. I don't know what you all did, or why you're all together. Set clearance is higher than I've got. Above my pay grade, if you will. However, you complete this mission, it could look real good, and maybe you won't get sent off to Eris. Few mission objectives for you. As you see the moon in the window. As, you can hear maybe some murmuring. Going to the moon! And you're heading in. Don't have much time. You should probably write this down on your holo projectors, on your little wrist thing, on your data pad, and your HUD, however you do it. You need to clear the LBA-2 launch pad. Pad must remain intact and operational. She looks directly at you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Bring in the rebel leader. When she says this, if you guys want to bid, if someone wants to bid, you can. You don't have to. This is a DreadLore mechanic called bid or throw down, where you can bid to just know it, or you could throw down. If you get the threshold, then you know it, and you don't have to bid.
I'll throw it down. What's the
So action die is D10, and then your aspect. Which one are you using for this?
Would wits work?
Wits would work. So you can go ahead and throw down. If you want to activate abilities, if you want to bid in Ninja Gear, all that, you can wait. Doesn't matter. The threshold for this is 1. So if you get 1, you're at limbo. If you beat 1, you get a clean success.
Yeah, I'm good. I got 4 successes. So
What'd you get on those?
I got a 10 and then I got a 9.
Okay, so the 10, because you rolled a 10 up gives you flair, which means you recover something exhausted.
Okay.
So if you bid a trait, you get it back. You can do that for proficiencies as well. When she says rebel, that's with a big R. So normally when they're talking about dissidents, it's people that are just not they're rebel rousers, that type of stuff. Maybe they're armed, maybe they're
Is
not.
it the Clad?
The Clad, that would be terrorists. Rebels with an R, it's more of like a militia that's against... It's against the government, but it's not trying to overthrow necessarily. The Clad is a terrorist organization that is literally at war with the SSA. Right? The Clad, no one really knows where they come from. They have operatives all over the place. The rumor is that maybe they're aliens, maybe they're an AI, or maybe they're from some of the colonies, the proximal or the distal colonies. No one really knows. But they are absolutely like that's like Cold War style, they're the Soviets. It's that kind of shit.
Oh, no.
The Clads are the bad guys,
Right.
according to the SSA. Rebels can be re-educated. The Clad are murdered. Yeah. That's a no good. So when she says rebels, this is like an actual organized group. Bring in the rebel leader in charge of the disturbance. If possible, eliminate. So clear the LBA-2 site. Needs to remain intact and operational. Bring in the rebel leader. If impossible, eliminate.
Gotcha. I was gonna
My
say.
bad. I want his head.
I mean, I was getting ready to kill
Bring him in,
Yeah.
dead or alive. Yeah.
Bring in any rebels who survive for interrogation. And then she says this with gusto. Keep things quiet. No one can know that you were here. They won't know we were here. Understood?
Understood,
Yes, ma'am.
The understanding here
sir.
is, if you fuck up, this was never it never happened. You
Right.
do not have the backing of the PMC here.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Aye, sir. Yeah.
As she says, once you're done, once this is all done, and she hands you a little communique, little garage door opener looking thing. You click that button, it'll let us know, we'll come pick you up. Don't mess this one up. Fire team 4.
Aye, sir.
Yes, sir.
We montage to the moon. If you need to take a restroom break, go hit it. I'm going to outside. You go ahead and hit up that way. And we'll take 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
For the chat, if there's any questions, I know there's a new system. There's a bunch of mechanics and all kinds of stuff, and I know it's very slow. But DreadLore is all about the storytelling and the collaborative aspect. We may roll some more. It may just be a bunch of bids. It's all about how they play. So, yeah. And everybody's played, right? Everybody's played DreadLore in some way.
At least once, yeah.
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 Awesome. All right, we'll take a 3-4 minute break, and then we'll be right back on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to actually figure out what my goal's gonna be on this.
Right.
Yeah, the plug is really important at this point.
Oh, excuse me. Oh. Yeah, it's weird translating this guy back. Because he was much older in the last time that we played. So this is before then. In theory.
Makes sense though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because originally that's what I was kind of planning to do with my old character too.
Mm-hmm.
But then I just couldn't find the sheet, and I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just go with
Well,
this.
shit.
Well, I kind of like this idea of basically like, I particularly have to read in the lore that, I mean, it's not that long after, Mars, and, the Prime or whatever stopped fighting. And I was like, okay, that'd be kind of a cool angle to put on it.
Yeah. I just remember Mac was, he's from Earth, but we never really talked about it.
Yeah.
And then he'd been, traveling through space for ages, but we never really delved into it. It's just like, yeah, okay. He's got a military background, but by accident. And it's, he got roped into it.
Is it freezing up still?
No, it seems to have evened out.
Good. Yeah, we're at about 4 up, so.
Yeah. No, it seems good. If we can get the HUD stuff elements out of every shot.
Yeah.
I think.
That, I feel like is my own camera dysfunction. It usually doesn't do that.
Yeah. I was gonna say it seems but so if we can do that, and then me and you are gonna have to figure out what our setup is gonna be on our end.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
because I like everything that you've got going on here.
Sure.
And then I guess the only other thing we'll have to do is
I can mute this conversation.
Nah.
Okay.
I don't see.
Everybody can hear.
I was gonna say I don't see why we need to.
All right.
But at that point we would, I guess we'll be streaming Discord to him, and then he'll stream from his end.
We could do Discord, Zoom, whatever.
Okay.
Basically, he would be a full screen in the switcher via laptop.
Okay.
I think it'd be neat if the space is fine. I also
Well, once
I think now
he's
that
gone,
we know the maximum internet.
yeah,
I think that is, and we can dial in the audio a little more.
yeah. Not only that, once he's not actually here, we can manipulate this space to accommodate us for us, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because this space has been just to accommodate this stream.
And what I would want to do is put a camera on because I know you've used this as a means to, and he would be able to see that.
Yeah, and tell us where to move things accordingly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, and we can also accommodate multiple people calling in if need be as well.
Okay. Through Discord or
whatever.
Yeah.
I like Zoom personally because I can set it up to whoever's talking. It goes full screen on that person.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if Discord does that. I like Discord because you don't have to pay for it, and it.
Exactly. I like free.
Yeah. No, free is great. Free is wonderful. Go free.
Yeah.
I don't know why suddenly all this stuff is popping. It's probably because I haven't streamed in a while and it's rusty.
Yeah.
But this is a fix that we can easily do.
Nice.
And I think it's streaming HD, like full HD.
It seems to be. I mean, this is better quality than we've had.
and it should have, if we have the bandwidth, when we talk, it should happen at the same time without too much. Only millisecond delay because it is running through a board. And I do have a board if Bill takes that.
Which I would just,
But it's not super mobile.
Yeah. That's fair.
But I do have, I got a mobile stream thing that I usually use as well.
Okay.
So it'll be cool.
And we'll make it work.
Also, give me your Steam ID, Rocket League.
Oh yeah. Epic.
Later. Okay.
Epic.
Yeah.
Get some Civilization 10. Go. What is it on?
Oh god, I don't even know. don't even know. Oh shit! I didn't even. I was waiting for you to get back.
Quit playing after 2.
You're back.
Oh yeah, 2 was good. 3 was alright. 1 was good. Everything. I'm gonna go make some noise with my chair.
Oh, Gadolf. Not Gandalf. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. Okay. So when they get back, we will start this scene. Already. Oh fuck, what have I done?
Are we in the montage?
We're in the montage.
Can we speak freely?
Oh yeah.
Is anybody here a demolitions expert?
I saw my tractor get demolished on Prime.
Yeah, but are you a big demolitions guy?
No.
Good.
I mean, I could probably throw something together if you're looking for that sort of thing.
Nope.
Don't you want to throw it apart?
I would feel like that's one thing we don't need right now.
Oh yeah, no, I was.
Thanks.
That's why I was wondering. Yeah, it's because we don't. We're trying to keep things intact. Yeah.
Intact, yeah. All right, cool. We got a sniper. That's great. Do you
I'm mechanical.
mechanical? All right.
Yeah, systems and things I can usually deal with.
So you could do something with a grid or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Engines and things. I can pilot ships. I can.
Yeah, I can't pilot ships.
Yeah. Nope. I can travel. Yeah.
You got a ship?
Not presently, no. If we found one, I could probably do something with it, though.
Yeah. All right. Keep your eyes out.
Yeah. All right. I like the way you think. I like this. My commanding officer and whatnot. Ah.
I'm not your commanding officer. Well, I guess I am your commanding officer.
You're in the
Right
chain
now.
of command.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Deployment. The spaceship that you all are on is called the Hard Line.
Of course it is.
The Hard Line cannot be seen on this touch and go mission. You know. Thrusters fire as it nears Lunia's surface, completely devoid of atmosphere, because you know it's the moon. All the rest of the Marines, some of them are looking at you all enviously as you've been given a mission. You know, these are 16, 17, 18-year-olds. You've been given a mission before you even get to the place where you get the missions. Maybe there's a bit of an ambiance, a mystery building around you all. As they're all strapped in, you guys are in back holding on to the rope chain things that you see in movies, right? As the back bay is depressurized. Complete darkness. For there is no light on the dark side of the moon. The Hard Line's spotlights turn on. You see the big circles, like 4 big circles of light, and just moon rock, white and gray. Actually has a name.
Lunar Regolith.
Regolith. Pip. Regolith. As the spotlights are searching and such. And it looks really far. You see like some craters and stuff. You can see you're only a few hundred feet up, maybe, but still, the lunar landscape spans out before you. You know that those, if you've been, well, you're a moon child, so anyone who's been on a moon knows that those chunks of like little rocks, those are boulders. Because you're pretty high. As the red light turns green.
It's go time.
You see the blue and green flare of thruster fire. And the heat, actually don't even hear it, you just feel it rumbling. Because there's no sound. Yeah, it's go time.
Do the other recruits like have their like comms and stuff on?
No, they're in the fuselage.
Oh, okay.
It's the four of us.
Yeah, some of them do.
No.
So most of them don't have their helmets on.
Gotcha.
Some of them do.
We are the team.
Well, no, I was gonna top one of them. No, we're not worrying about it anymore.
Yeah, that would be a pip to say that you linked up with them.
Okay, I'll go ahead and spend the 1 pip I have. Just basically like as we were going through the door to the decompression chamber, I'll have like spotted out the guys that had made some comment about stupid Martians, and it just sort of like clicked my earpiece and sort of give like a very slight back look. It's like, who's the stupid Martian now?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's all you want?
Yeah.
Well, get rid of that character. Totally creating a character
for an interaction.
Like, right, and then
didn't
this
exist.
is what he looks like and shit. Okay, never mind. What you do? You spend a pip. You get the pip back. As you spend a pip just to be spiteful.
Yeah.
Can I say that I like shat in his fucking duffel bag? Yeah, you do.
Great.
That happens. Do you guys jump out?
Yeah.
What do you bid to do this? Because you're jumping 300 feet. It's about 300 feet. Oh shit! I just totally. Sorry about the slam there.
I am going to bid survivalist.
That's funny. Because I was gonna bid survivor. Just do the same thing. So yeah.
Well, I have something else that would make it more flair, but survivalist I think will do it.
Can I bid a proficiency?
No. Proficiencies are not traits.
Can I bid space legs?
Yeah, of course.
I bid survivor.
Survivor, survivalist, space legs.
Resilient body.
Yeah, sounds good. You all leap out, and for a moment, there's just the weightlessness of space. Those of you that are primers, maybe there's the feeling, just for a moment, of, are we too high up? Is my mass enough? Is the moon's gravity enough? Am I just gonna fly off into space? As those of you that are not from Prime, Mars has a pretty significant gravity. Maybe you feel a shred of fear, just momentarily. You being a moon child, you know you're falling. It's just a different sensation. As very quickly you realize, oh right, the moon. And then the rest of you do. As gravity does its thing, and you land. Some of you rolling 2 or 3 times. It is a hard landing. You notice Burgess just lets his armor take the brunt. The pain and ache in your joints is for real. A dust cloud goes into space. A few meters. That's right. On Lunia, we use meters. As you all look up, covered in moon dust and stuff, and you don't hear it, but you see this of the blue and green thrusters, nuclear thrusters, of the hardline GTFOing in the black. And here you are. As the thruster fire goes away, you are in complete darkness, save for the stars, as you're on the far side of the moon, and right now it's in darkness. The far side and the near side both get daylight, but you're pointed away from Prime, always. It just so happens you're in a Lunia nighttime. There is zero light. You literally cannot see the hand in front of your face unless you hold it up to the black, and you can see the outline because of the stars.
Do I see because I have dark vision?
That you do.
All right.
Now, is it dark vision or is it infravision?
It's low light, so there's no light.
No, there is.
Okay.
There's the light from the stars, which is very, very slight. You can see the outline of all of them, maybe a little bit of their features, like from the helmets, big rocks and such. You can see like a pit.
Yeah.
It's very low light. It's hard to see. You can actually see them.
Sure.
The rest of you cannot unless you have something to bid.
Karth is gonna like basically tap on her armor and just pull up the like a heads up display, like travel map basically.
Yep. Absolutely. What do you bid to do this?
Can I just bid the armor itself?
Yep, you absolutely can. As you bid your armor, everything digitally augmented reality is traced.
And I think that actually probably be like particularly perfect for scout armor. Like that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I think it as everything is digitally traced and holographically like laid out. You see for a moment how it doesn't quite match up with the terrain, and then it calibrates, and you know from using this that it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Like big, huge movements, and it has to catch up.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, you see where you are. Off to your north. So the north pole of the moon. You guys are near. You're actually somewhere in the middle. Off to the north, you see the ridge, and you see this, the ridge of this large crater, like a few kilometer wide crater. At the top, there is sun, and you see a few blinking lights of LBA-2. What are you two doing? You can also have like the lights here so that the camera can see you.
Sir, are they supposed to be coming back for us?
No. Nobody's coming back. We're on our own. Did you not pay attention to the briefing?
What? No, I did. I heard that they would come back for us, though.
Yeah, we're on our own. We gotta solve this thing. Apparently, they want all these what are they called? All these Zens up here alive, or some of them. I don't care if some die. That's fine. But they want some people alive.
Right.
So our goal is to go and retake this without too much damage. So we'll figure our way off. But let's stick to the task at hand. I know this is your first mission, and you're made out of some really strong stuff. I mean, stronger than anybody I'd ever known.
Right.
That's impressive.
Wait, you're talking about her?
Well, I mean, you guys.
Oh, all of us collectively.
Yeah, collectively, tough.
Right.
Like from outer space, we just don't have those muscles of Earth Prime. So it's just like wow. But this is what I think we should do. And I pull out some rope. I know this is your first time off world. Why don't we all tie together and go dark and walk towards the? Just follow me. Trust me. I can see okay.
Sir, are you extending a rope to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I put a rope in his little piece of rope in his hand.
Oh God. Yep. Okay. And I tie it around me.
Yep.
And I do it to to each of these guys.
Yep.
I already have a map up in my head.
Yeah, but it's light, right? I could see the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go in dark. What do you say?
I mean, you can turn off the internal lights if you want and still have the HUD.
So they don't see
Oh,
us.
see it. Yeah.
I mean, because any light on the surface of the moon, it's
Yeah. You can still have your AR and it not have light.
So are we in one of those like permanently shaded craters?
but they
No, you're just on
The far.
Dark side of the moon, yeah.
Okay.
well, you're on the far side of the moon and it happens to be in the dark right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The moon, both the near side and the far side both get light. It's just right now it's at dark.
Yeah, but they can't see. Can anybody else here see?
No, I can't see shit,
All right. Well, that's good. They can't see you.
Sir.
sir.
So we got some long distance. We got a sniper. That'll probably come in really handy.
You hear in all of your comms Calabash's voice. You all make it all right?
We're good, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're about outside of Communique.
Bon voyage. May the
Okay, but seriously, did I
may
miss
the
something?
alliance
Don't-
of settlements live forever.
Nice. Did I forget something? And didn't she give you a button?
So my guess, the implication being, because the stuff that the pilots were saying was, okay, well we can't dilly dally. So they're going, and I'm guessing the button is for somebody else to pick.
Yeah, I got a button, but we're not going to hit that button until we finish the
Oh,
mission.
yeah. No.
All in game.
Right.
Keep it in game.
I was just making sure that I
Yep,
didn't
yep, yep.
mishear
Yeah.
that completely.
Yeah.
Do it in
No,
game,
I-
it's gonna be better.
I got a button.
Right.
We're good. I'm not going to hit that button until we've done the mission.
Right. Right. No, clearly. Yes. Yes. And we're following you, sir, to the very end. Yes.
So
Yes.
you guys are roped up. Two of you can see. What do you do?
Oh, I didn't realize that somebody else could see.
I have the IR, but it's like, but he said I can turn it off like any
You don't
external.
you don't necessarily know if she can see or not.
Oh, can anybody else see?
No, sir.
No, we're following your lead, sir.
Okay. Good to know.
No, sir.
Everybody lock in on me. And
As you both feel a tug, what is your marching order? I normally wouldn't say this, but you are being pulled by.
I would say
person
I'm
in front of you.
first.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go in last.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I'm a sniper, so
Yeah.
it makes the most sense.
I'll go in second because I have heavy armor.
Then I'm right there in between you two. Yeah.
And then I think we'll head towards, but we won't get too close. We'll probably find a good spot just outside of where we think they might be able to see us.
You mentioned snipers. You will get a narrative point as what do you bid seeing the ridge and all this kind of you can look up ahead and know that there is a ridge.
Yeah.
Being a moon child, you guess it's because there's a big crater,
Yeah.
like a few miles wide
Yeah.
crater, and you can't see the bottom of it. It's cloaked in shadow. Getting down there, getting close, you can maybe make out something. Looks like there's two ways to go up this ridge. There's the long way, which is along the ridge itself of the crater, because you're not actually in the crater yet. Or you could go into the crater and up to LBA2. So LBA2 is up at the top of the lip. So you can go
On the
around
other
this
side of
way,
the- yeah.
or you can go up this way.
Well,
There's pros and cons to both.
I would imagine the play it safe of this guy, for this moment at least, they're not going to go in a crater and cause a slide. So they'll probably go around, but around the dark side.
You're all of it's dark.
Okay. I mean, so it didn't matter which way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know actually you don't know. Lunar days and nights. You don't know when sunrise will be.
Yeah. I thought that it was always dark side.
No.
Okay.
There's a near side and a far side.
Yeah.
And the near side is always facing Prime. The far side is always facing away.
Yeah.
But as the moon moves around Prime, the Earth will hit literally all the different sides. Now, as Holker mentioned, there's certain craters that are so deep that they're permanently obscured.
Sure.
And there's actually ice and stuff in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And that's where the settlements actually are.
these guys aren't. They don't have that ability to do climbing and all that. We're walking around.
Okay? If you want to bid, you can know a little bit about the two differences,
Yeah.
especially in conjunction with a sniper.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna bid a life in the military to see if I think that these guys can go, I guess, through
Yep.
or around.
So it looks like there's these two routes, 1 and 2. The most direct and fastest route requires climbing.
Yeah.
As you look over at your team,
Well.
it looks like, I mean, they're all Marines. You know what they can do. They can all climb.
Yeah.
Burgess might have the most difficulty. The thing is, on Lunia, gravity is such that,
Sure.
I mean, you can jump like 5 feet
Yeah.
in the
Sure.
air.
Sure.
Climbing is not that big of a deal, although you do note that they're not from the moon, so they're flopping around a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they don't move as gracefully as you do. And in fact, as you guys are moving forward, you note Dolby. It's not like he's walking, but he's not bothered by what this is. Like he's very in control of how he moves, and it's difficult. It's like moving in a pool. You're just kind of not quite going where you want.
Yeah. That's why I've got a rope on them.
Yeah.
They don't fly off.
So the most direct and fastest route requires climbing as it approaches the crater's steep side.
Sure.
And it'll get to about that. But you can climb it. You know they can make it.
Yeah.
The issue is there's all these boulders, some of which are 20, 30 feet tall. Most are smaller than that. It could provide cover if there's a sniper somewhere.
Sure.
You would assume it's on a ridge, but you don't really know.
Sure.
That would require some bids and talking from you guys. Route 2 is easier. It's far slower. It follows the ridge, the rim of this crater. The issue is you're a little bit more exposed for a longer time.
Sure.
But it's a safer route.
Yeah.
You might be able to get cover behind these boulders going forward.
Yeah.
So you get faster, it's a little bit harder. You're in more direct line of fire.
Yeah.
Or slower, easier, but it's a longer time in the fire.
Sure. I
If
know
there's a
that
sniper.
I know that we have a sniper with us, so I think slower and easier. And if it comes to daytime, I feel like we're okay. I mean, these guys are untested, so
No, don't tell me, tell them.
you guys are untested unless you guys have some climbing ability that I know about. So this is the first time you've been on the moon?
Yes.
I mean, I've been in space quite a bit.
Have you?
Yes.
Are you good at craters?
I'm pretty good in zero G, so anything, and so anything up to, prime gravity, I suppose I'm fairly proficient in.
Is this building like? Can I see if there are electronics underneath the crater?
So you can see at the top of the crater, you can just see a couple slowly blinking red lights
Yeah.
at the top of this facility.
Yeah.
And that's how you know it's there.
Yeah.
Within the crater itself, as you look around, your dark vision, your Luna Moonchild eyes actually see, is it the ghost of an outline of a structure, a small structure up ahead. It's within the crater,
Oh wow. All right. That might change things.
but it's not the facility itself.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys are around 4 clicks. That's right.
All right.
4 clicks. So a click is a kilometer. You're about 2-ish miles. 4 clicks from the facility.
It's down in the crater.
The facility is on top of the crater.
Got it. Okay.
Can I give him a tip on how to walk a little better on the moon?
It's up to you. You got to bid something and do it.
I would like to bid leadership lies. To get him to like walk a little more proficiently. Just take a minute.
Just grab it to him.
Basically, it's like a dance. So if you put too much pressure on the toes, it'll push you up, and you're gonna bounce up. So you gotta actually control your muscles in such a way, and it's just a light touch. It's like a little pat, and that's how you get through this next and travel a little more confidently on this dusty surface. At any moment, any step, if we go through this crater, you might cause an avalanche or fall through a crevasse, and it's really just a light touch. Anything more than that, you're gonna be bouncing up and down. So can we try it out just for a minute?
Yeah.
And
I try and walk forward.
So you guys will get a trait. It's called Moon Dance. So you're not proficient, but you can bid this trait in the event it gets hairy, because you've taken a little bit of time.
All right.
To get to this, whatever the structure is, it's a little bit out of your sight for you. You looking out ahead see that it is a pillbox. It's not large enough to be an outpost, but it's a man-made, a Zen-made structure. Has a door and everything. Probably isn't pressurized. Maybe it's for supplies or something like that. And you see out back of it is a lunar rover. So you can actually see that your augmented reality shows it to you in greens and yellows. It's about half a click from where you are. You can tell, you can just barely make it out there. There's a structure there. You could get to it and then still get on either one of these routes.
After we get done with the whole moonwalk part, I'm gonna bid sleight of hand to basically. Are you familiar with like a direct line is, like between space objects, or like I guess in general, like basically it would be like a wire that would come from my suit, and I would tie it into Mac's suit.
Okay.
You're tying on to me?
Yeah, basically I'm trying to tap into your like a private channel on your computer on your HUD.
Oh, you're just trying to hack into it
Directly
or you're actually plugging in.
Like I'm sleight of handing a tie into his suit to create a direct line.
Is it physical or is it?
It's like a physical line, yeah.
Oh yeah. If it's physical, you plug in the XLR, get the microphone. AV over here. You can also do it wirelessly.
I'd rather just for say based on my character, I'd do it for.
Because she's right.
Yeah, you walk in, walk up, and you stick it into his port.
But I'm in sleight of hand to basically be very try and do it as surreptitiously as possible, since they can't see, and he's presumably trying to lead us.
Okay,
through.
So you bid sleight of hand, totally cool. You can bid or throw down to see her do it.
I have no.
Okay.
It's like nope.
As you're going off, you're showing Burgess how to moon dance.
Yeah, no, I can see Burgess needs a little extra.
As you walk up and you thunk, you hear it as the connection's made.
If I'd just like to point out that if there's a web service called Lunar Online, it would be LOL.
Yep.
That's stupid, and I'm here for it. It's just lol.
I hate you. All right.
When's the last time you logged on to LOL?
All right. What do you do?
Well, Mac.
Holy shit! What?
Now that we're outside of boot camp, and we don't have those those pesky those pesky monitors anymore, I just want to say I happened to get a peek at your record before this,
Wow.
and I'm impressed with your skill set.
Well, thank you. This is a bit, intrusive, but I suppose. Can they hear us?
No, I tied a direct line to you, so only you can hear each other.
Well, shit, you're gonna have to show me that.
I will sometime.
All
But
right.
for now, I thought we'd like to have a little private conversation, since it seems like we might have some similar dispositions in common.
Oh, what's that lunar rock right there?
Thank you.
Yep. I
just-
tripped over it. I didn't actually see it. Just for the record.
Keep up.
But I thought.
Sorry,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir. Be
Are
right
you-
there.
Are you going to the pillbox, or are you going to around it?
It's a good question. I don't have a lot of faith in these guys, but I see that little pillbox and I feel like, I mean, I don't know what it is, but it seems like maybe it's an underground entrance, maybe it's some other thing. I feel like that's intriguing to me,
Yep.
so I feel like we should go that way.
As you head that way, you get close enough to where you actually see the structure itself. It's a small building, one floor, one door, and around back, you see a lunar rover. The door is obviously closed.
Yeah.
You being a moon child, looking at it, you see it does have power, probably not sealed.
Yeah.
As in, like, not sealed, I'm sorry. It's probably not pressurized.
Yeah. So I tell them to hold, get your weapons out. This building is probably occupied by some poor sucker who's decided to go against the Empire, or not Empire.
That'd be great if that was an actual slip of the tongue, like.
The AOS, the SSA, name it. These guys are not good, so we need to approach, because you guys can't see, and I don't trust any of you. I want you to watch my 6. You see any lights, get your thing out, get your weapons out, be ready. Do not fire unless they're really fucking close. I'm gonna go into this thing myself and see what's happening. Burgess, I want you right behind me.
Yes, sir. Can they?
Do you have anything smaller than that?
It's this huge gun. Like, if you've seen Aliens, like, you have one of those guns.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a harness, and you're like,
No.
just
Do
like
you have
rolling
anything
around
smaller
in
than
this
this thing? Maybe.
like a rifle is like a small gun is a rifle.
Yeah.
Like a proper,
Alright.
like an M60 or something.
Alright.
You got like a fucking
McGregor,
massive gun.
Yeah.
you got a smaller gun. Just be on my 6.
I have a knife, sir.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Get your knife.
You could have a different gun too.
No, I
put
want the big one.
Give me the big one. Okay.
All right, get your knife. Don't stab me with it.
No, sir.
Just keep back a little bit. Be prepared.
Who's staying outside of the pillbox?
I think these two should stay out.
Are you guys
Keep
doing
their-
anything out here?
I'll just
We're going to continue our
Yeah, well,
conversation.
I'll just cut the conversation and say we can talk a little bit later. I just wanted to see, we'll see if we can get on the same page. I think we should maybe, let some of these guys escape if possible.
Some of the people that we're here to get.
Yeah.
I'm pulling out my light sword.
I mean, let's, play it by ear here. We don't know at all
Alright.
what we're getting into.
Focus
Fair.
up, guys.
But
But I'm a pacifist, so, I'm not against people
Well,
getting away.
All right, as this
And
is
I'll unplug-
happening,
and I'll
you,
unplug-
you guys are talking,
Yeah.
but as it's happening, he's moving away. You gotta unhook
Yeah.
unless you're holding up.
Mhm.
Hey, you two are outside. Are you doing anything on this dark moon rock you were on?
I'll just pull out, the sniper rifle and just sort of check it and make sure it's good to go.
It's ready to good. It's ready to good.
Totally ready to get.
I'll check my gun as well, and
100.
can I see the pillbox?
Yeah. Well, now that you're directly up on it, you can just barely see it.
I mean, if it's set against the horizon, depending on
It's
how
not.
big
You're
it-
in a crater.
Okay.
Well, it's like the crater. So here's the crater, right? Here's the bowl. There's the bowl. Right up here is the base, LBA2. Set back a little bit. You're just seeing the top of it. Here's the crater. You guys are like right here. You're not in the deepest, darkest part of it, but you could go up to the ridge and around, or you could go down, boom, here's the pillbox, and then up this side. So you're still within the crater. There's just very ambient light. Now that you're right on it, you can kind of see people, but this is just pitch darkness.
I'd like to go ahead and bid Perpetual Upgrader to say, Lieutenant, sir, if we have just a moment, let me get into the settings of my my suit here real quick. It'll just take a moment. And I tap into the settings real quick and activate the night vision of the suit.
Good idea.
And so...
What do you bid?
A Perpetual Upgrader.
Yeah. As you get in your settings, you pull up the little hollow display on
I
your...
have to bypass a few, things that they don't want me in, because,
On your arm. Turn that shit off. That's some bullshit. As you see, you have night vision. Now, night vision requires light, but there is some ambient light. Mm-hmm. So now you have that night vision of green. It's in lo-fi, but you can make out.
I can at least
pixelated
see
things. It's like looking at a Game Boy all day.
Yeah.
In the pitch darkness of the recess of the crater, you can't see anything.
Okay.
That said, since you're doing that, and you've got some night vision, you've got some AR, and you can just kind of see. All of you can bid or throw down. You can also do this. Because something happens, do you see it or not?
Okay, yeah.
So bid, and you just see it, or you throw down, you don't have to bid, you just have to beat the threshold.
I would like to bid dumb fucking luck.
Yeah. The threshold here is 1.
I'd like to bid Paranoid Mofo.
Let's see. I'll bid Operative to you.
Okay.
I would actually like to bid Farmer. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Burgess has spent many a night in the dark with a gun taking out animals that were trying to get a hold of his crop.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
As a bidding farmer, you see on the ridge, Burgess, because he's all black, you see just a really quick flash of light. Out the corner of your eye, as you look, there's nothing there. The bidding farmer, you saw a light. And it was like a flashlight light, like a yellow. It wasn't the normal slow whatever light.
Like a reflection from an animal's eye at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bidding dumb luck. We'll get to you in a second. With your AR, for a moment, what did you actually bid?
Operative.
Operative. Your AR just goes, "Mwah," blips up for a second, and then is gone. How to describe that? So it's drawing everything in real time, and it just kind of like, you see the ridge drawn, and then it goes, doop, like a little heartbeat, really quick. With Operative, you know that could be a glitch, it could be movement. Probably movement. Something moved up there. With night vision,
Paranoid Mofo.
is that a UFO? You see the a glitch in of green of light, kind of like hover there. And since it's night vision, it kind of hovers for a moment as you're looking at it, like, what is that? what is that? And it slowly fades away. You're not really sure what it was, but that was something.
There's definitely something. Somebody's after us. It's the government.
Calm down.
As you have dumb luck.
Yeah.
You're at the door. Are you opening it?
Yeah. I was gonna open the door. I have a whole thing that I was gonna do, but I was just waiting,
as you're
settling
at the door,
just for the.
You settle at the door, and you notice, just from dumb luck, because you're at this building. You notice all of them look up at the ridge at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty obvious. They all probably saw something.
Yeah.
So that's what you see.
Oh.
Something up there. You're like, what the fuck are they doing?
All right. I'm gonna tell them to cover behind on the other side.
Tell them. Don't tell me.
Guys, why don't you cover behind the other side of this building?
I thought I was coming
Now.
in behind you.
Yes, sir.
Cover behind this building. What did you see?
I saw a flash of light
Where was it?
from the pillbox.
Not the pillbox.
No.
The ridge.
The ridge.
From the ridge.
About how far away is the ridge?
It's about 2.5 clicks from you.
So they're not exactly sure how far a click is.
Oh, a click is a kilometer.
Okay.
The LBA2 is 4 clicks away.
So it's a bit away.
Yeah, but you know LBA2 is around a click from the crater.
All right. Do I know that Mac has got a night vision now?
Nope.
I told you.
Oh yeah.
I said,
he does.
hold on, let me figure it out.
You know
yeah,
that.
I can see it. Yeah.
You know he does.
All right. Now I know that Mac has eyes on that. All right. I'm gonna take this on my own. You guys, all watch that area.
Are you sure you don't want me to go in with you? They can keep eyes.
No, I'm good.
All right, sir.
After
Godspeed.
That, after he goes in the building or whatever, I'll pull up my sniper rifle and basically try and get eyes on whatever I might have seen on the ridge.
Okay.
Mac holds a knife.
Oh no! Get your gun out, buddy.
I don't have a gun.
No, just okay. Well, just point to the sniper. Do they know how to sniper? Where they have a marker and a sniper. Can you give her coordinates?
Oh, yeah, no, I can keep watch. Are you sure you don't want me to come in with
No,
you?
I don't want you to. I'm probably better off if you just stay out here.
No,
Actually.
fine.
I feel
Sir,
like we're
you're the
good.
boss. All right.
All right. You just
Haphazardly, it's great.
all right.
Carry on,
Sounds
sir.
As the private does not have a gun, he has a knife on the moon.
I'm a pacifist, sir.
So the action at present is on all of you. You do need to be fairly specific. I know this is theater of the mind. You're at the door.
Yeah, I'm
You're
at the
next to
door. I've asked them to look out.
You all are within sight of whatever this was because you saw it.
Mm-hmm.
You pull out your sniper rifle. You go to the door. What are you three doing?
I got my gun.
You got your gun out. Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm basically I can bend the sniper rifle too if you need me to, but basically I'm looking through the scope of the sniper rifle and cycling through all the different modes because I'm assuming at that point you have a pretty advanced scope on a sniper rifle.
How advanced is it?
I'm guessing. Well, so there's a new type of night vision.
I don't care about real life. I mean, in this game.
Oh. So I'm just gonna assume at this point you have basically a scope that's fusing thermal night vision as well as that augmented reality stuff to basically try and get a whole sight picture.
Ooh.
It's a pretty special weapon. Why do you have it? You're a private in the Marines.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I mean, it's cool as shit. You could also shoot nuclear bombs, but why do you have it?
I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking at that point that would that probably be pretty old tech because you already have that now.
Why do you have it?
Because it's a sniper rifle and I need to be able to shoot things.
Is that standard issue?
All right,
Yeah,
fine. Yeah, it has those things. So we'll say one of the traits on it is maybe mode toggling or something. It can't do everything. It can't always see because that's cheap and silly. But it can do that. So you can bid that.
Yeah.
to be searching. So go ahead and throw down
Okay.
as
And
you
then-
are actually scanning the ridge line.
So that's the D10. Then what else would it be?
So it's your action die, D10, and wits, because
Okay.
you're looking around. Will someone roll me a D6 and a D10?
I will.
Louis.
Okay.
So that's 3 successes.
Remind me what a success is.
4.
4 and above.
So 4 to 7 is 1 success
Mm-hmm.
on a die. 8 and above is 2 successes on that die.
Okay.
So you're adding up successes across dice.
Okay.
So D6 is 1, the D10 is 5.
Okay, and roll them again.
Another beer.
Yes, thank you.
2 and a 5.
Okay, awesome. Take that, stairs. Okay. Not Seraph. Karth,
Yeah.
you're searching the deal. Burgess, you got your big gun out.
Yeah.
Looking around. Dolby, you go to the door. What are you doing?
I try to quietly open the door.
Yep. What do you bid to do it?
Believer. I believe I can open the door.
Sometimes it's all it takes. Yeah. As you maybe mutter to yourself something as you slowly
And I got my sword like
open. You got the sword. It's a lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's this plasma sword with the mesh and plasma. It's not ignited though, right?
no.
'Cause, that would make a lot of.
Yeah,
It would be
no,
bright.
I'm
Now,
not.
if they ask,
It's just ready. I'm ready.
Yep.
My hand's on the button. If I see something, heck, if I don't see anything, I might swing it. And
All right.
once I'm inside,
if anyone asks, you believe that they have your stapler.
Yeah. No, I believe that
Karth?
I'm going inside.
You are scanning. So the action is on him, and we'll get to you as this happens. And you got 3 successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do succeed on this. You don't have a narrative point because you did not beat it by 2 or more.
Gotcha.
Any of you wanted to do a proficiency to reroll or drop ninja gear or bid ninja gear to gain an extra die and get 1 more success or more, you would have a narrative point, and it would be critting. You get more information. That's up to
Okay.
you. You have a clean success right now because you beat the threshold.
So were they would building the rifle or bidding the rifle itself be good enough?
Yes, you would exhaust it.
Yeah.
And then how many traits does it have on it?
Just the mo toggle.
Okay, so it is normally it's a D4, so that gives you a D6.
Or no, I guess it does have because it has
it has a distance.
yeah distance.
Yeah, so normally it's a D4. Since it has 2 traits, it goes D6, D8. So you have 1 D8.
Okay.
And this is rolled as an extra die, so it's in addition to your action.
So that's 1 success.
All right, so you get a narrative point because you crit. That means you got 2 or more successes over the threshold. Right on, epidemic sound. As Dolby, you slowly, I'm gonna use this angle, you slowly move in. You feel moon rocks, just tiny ones, like sand, the rumble of them. There's no sound, right? But you can feel it. As you kind of stop, and with your where you're from, your origin, you know that sometimes these sorts of buildings have automatic lights. So when you enter, a light will turn on.
Oh yeah.
As immediately you look in there, it's super dark in here,
Sure.
right? You can't smell anything. There's no senses. You're in a
Sure.
spacesuit. But you can just barely see. It looks like a storeroom.
Mm-hmm.
As it dawns on you, oh,
Oh shit, there might be lights.
there might be lights.
Yeah,
and there's
but-
probably supplies in here.
Yeah, there's supplies in there. I might shut the door really quick just in case.
You do.
Yeah.
You shut the door. Now that said, there are no windows.
Yeah.
But the door has about half cover from the ridge.
Mm-hmm.
But you shut the door, and no lights come on.
I'm outside the door.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Or you can be inside. It's up to you.
No. I just opened the door a little bit to see if there was any light in there. There's no light in there.
Correct.
But there is a rover around the corner, right?
Oh yeah. And there's clearly supplies in that
All right.
bunker. One thing you're also going to get since you actually opened the door, this place is obviously, you can tell, military,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Yeah.
You do have security clearance, so I'll just give this to you. Lunia is not a military planetoid
Sure.
or settlement. Heavily used by the military
Sure.
and Prime, but it is not. It's not military. There's a lot of laws and stuff that the military have to abide by when they're on Lunia. Part of this is because of its proximity to Prime, right? This pillbox is obviously military. It is not on any Lunia chart that you've ever seen.
Okay.
Inside's large enough for about 5-ish people to maybe hole up in, although you could tell that no one was in there, or it didn't look like it.
Yeah.
There's obviously no atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw several crates. You don't really know what's in there.
Sure.
But you could guess if it's military, probably ammunitions
Mm-hmm.
and first aid stuff.
All right. Good to know.
We leave. No.
Yeah. No, I think we should go. Enough. We learned enough.
As you're sitting there, you pull back. Not Serareth. Carthonin. You see the sniper. The sniper likely sees you too. So, fate roll. Who is fortune? Who is false fortune?
I'll be false.
Then I'll be fortune.
Here are the stakes. False fortune. The sniper, who I will not tell you that person's name yet. The sniper sees you and saw you all land. So they've had a beat on you the entire time. That's kind of why. They're looking to see what you're doing, whatever. But they actually do see you, and you essentially go into rounds. Because you crit, so they're not going to get a shot off on you. As in, they don't get a surprise round. That's false fortune. That's the worst case scenario. Fortune, they didn't see you. They didn't see your landing. They don't see that you see them. So, the way a fate roll works, two people roll a d100. The highest wins.
Oh, no.
You call who's fortune, who's false fortune.
So you're false fortune, I'm fortune.
All right. Do you know how to roll a d100?
Yep.
Great. All right. Who's fortune?
Me.
Make it so.
Go.
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
48.
Yeah. No, he saw a 77.
71.
71. Oh. Sorry.
So false fortune wins. Now, one of you, since this is real DreadLore, one of you can drop a proficiency, and the entire thing is redone if you want.
I'll
up
drop
to you.
it. I'll
Okay.
drop proficiency.
Okay? You drop. It doesn't matter which proficiency you
Yeah.
do. You're just dropping one, and both of you reroll.
Alright. Both die?
Yep.
Yep, both of them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, roll.
Uh-oh. Oh, nice.
76.
62.
All right.
Nice.
As Karth,
Carthon.
man,
Karth-
it is
Karth-
hard to do.
Karth-
Yeah.
As you see that fool, you see this. I mean, it's a person in a spacesuit, so you can't really tell the gender or anything. But somehow you know it's probably a younger person, and just by like maybe the way they shift, it's probably a woman. You're a sniper, you can tell movements. Probably young, probably a woman. She's good. She's doing what she should do, but she fucked up. She had like the little like plate up, and maybe just since she's on the ridge, we'll say since you got won the fortune, as the thrusters kicked off, some of that light just ambient light flared up on her, reflected off of her lens. And you see her, she's looking around the pillbox. And then she moves up to the ridge, the slow way. She doesn't see you all. But there is absolutely someone covering. Maybe the thought enters your mind. Because, you're looking down the lens. Dolby did mention maybe there was a sniper. And you're right out of boot camp. Maybe this guy's seen some shit.
So I'll
What do you do?
I'll patch into our team comms. We do have a sniper up on the ridge.
Oh shit! Everybody behind, and can you take them out?
Do you want me to?
Do they see us?
No, not yet.
All right. Well, maybe they can't see us because it's dark. Do you think you can get to a vantage point where you could take them out?
I could take him out from here. I'm just work. Oh, shoot, I forgot about the accent.
The accents are tough.
Turns out it's a fake accent.
that'd be
different.
I could take her out from here. That's not a problem. I just wasn't sure if she might be reporting back to whoever we're
it's
going
a sniper. Take out a sniper.
Okay.
Can I try to maybe get up there and subdue, perhaps?
Are you good at that?
I mean, yes.
Can you see?
Yeah, I put the night vision in my goggles, sir.
Don't we have a limited time?
You don't know how long you have. That is a good question. I will give you. You can bid or throw down. To have gained a nugget of wait a minute.
Can I bid Fire Team 4?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Fire Team 4 sounds real good.
Does that use all of our bids for Fire Team 4? Or do we each have a Fire Team?
Okay. Yeah, you each have it. That's cool. You got your own traits.
Okay, just make sure.
As you realize, you were told there's that like flashback point in the movie where it kind of like it's all fuzzy. And it's Calabash talking to you about how no one can know. It's got to keep quiet.
All right.
Rebels with a big R. As you realize...
Yeah, we're not supposed to kill all these people, are we?
Well, there's an idea here. There's definitely there's something else going on.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys are you're the fall guys.
Yeah.
So if you complete your mission and you somehow get it done... Great. That's really good for you. Completing this mission is what you need to do. And you'll be in the good graces.
Yeah.
But right now, you're the fall guys.
Yeah. I don't know much about preserving life. I think we take it out and,
Sir, I don't want to step out of my bounds here. Please. Yeah. Tell me if I just need to shut up and just step in line. I will.
Well, you seem smart, so, I'm not a smart guy. So if you have a better idea...
Well, sir, if I can get up behind them, we might be able to get some information as to who they are.
I don't think you can do that. They're a sniper, so their whole goal in life is to kill you. Right. If they see us coming at any point... And we got a good amount of shade here where it's dark.
Right.
Well, these guys can't see a thing.
Right.
So we're good for the moment, but that moment can change at any time. And I think the sun's coming up quick. So it's like we take them out now, we move fast.
Sir, with all due respect, can I try to prove myself to you?
Well, no, because it's going to take a half hour for you to get up the side of this hill.
I assure you it will not.
Why don't you just calm down there, Private?
Yes, sir. Aye, sir.
Do you have a shot? Do you have a shot, Karth?
Yeah, it can be done.
All right, take him out.
Sir.
All right. You are not in rounds. Well, there's technically a round going on, the world action.
Oh, wait, I don't think Karth can see, so Never
Karth-
mind. I asked
Karth
her.
said she could.
I asked her if she could. All right. Okay.
Also, you are a Marine. You know that sniper rifles, it's old tech. If you're looking through that, we'll say that the deal is that your field of vision is just not very good. Like your peripherals aren't there. If this is a sniper looking through that scope, they can see you in the dark.
Yeah.
Where was I? Right. So world action. The world does what it does. It's continuing. Bad guys go first. She is unaware of you. She continues scanning. I will give her a roll. I don't have any dice because I'm a fucking...
But there's
Would you
1,000
like
dice
some?
over there.
I don't need them. I'll let you guys roll them.
I have lots of dice.
Will you roll me a d10? And will you roll me a d6, please?
D6.
This person has a bow def, which is bonus defense, so I called it. Bow def of 1, so they get a +1 to their stuff. 2, it's nothing. And a 4 is 1 success. So they have 2 successes. They're using their scope. Will you roll me a d6?
Uh-oh.
5? Alright, so 3 successes. The threshold is 3 to not be seen. So, all of you, this is a reaction roll. You don't have to bid. Roll your action die and your relevant aspect die. If you can make a case for it, you can roll it. You need 3 successes to get limbo, 4 for a clean success. Either way, not Serarith, Karth. It's not her turn, it goes to the player turn. But she does see you if someone doesn't make this.
Okay.
So what is the action dice?
Action die is a d10.
D10 plus what did you say?
And an aspect.
Okay.
And it's up to you which one.
I'm gonna use Grace for mine.
You just have to, you got to make a case for it.
Right.
Grace is pretty good.
I'm going to use Grace as well, I guess.
You could use, for
Or
example,
Brawn.
Brawn because you lift like a fucking door over you.
Yeah.
Or, move the door in front of you. Whatever.
So I do have 3.
But you have to actually say what it is, why that aspect works.
Okay.
Like other than it's a bigger number.
Yeah. It is definitely a big number.
Right. I would like to use mind to hide behind something because that's
Right, you're a bit
good
shrewd.
idea.
Makes sense. So go ahead and throw down.
Okay.
Remember, you got your proficiencies for rerolls, you got your abilities, and you got your ninja gear. Stakes on limbo are yes but situations. So she doesn't see you, but maybe there's dust.
I'm going to use Brawn because, I don't care. And I think I can take it.
How does that help you stealth?
It does. Well, I mean, because I'm not moving around. I'm just, presume hiding in plain sight. I've been
I see what
around.
you're saying. You're cocky about it. Yeah, sure. Cool, do it.
You said 3 successes?
3 is limbo.
And what is the, how do you calculate
I'll use
if
a
you use,
movement
what is the number you use for,
proficiency
your wits, your brawn, and your, if you have a 5 of brawn, what does that mean?
So whatever rank you have, multiply that by 2, and that is the die type. So if you got a 5, it's a d10.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So that's just 2 more successes.
So-
So I have 4 successes.
Did you get a 10 up?
I did.
Okay, you get flare from that.
I
Every time you get flare, that's another thing you recover.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
We'll get to it. Just 1 second. Go on.
I'm gonna use brawn. There are 2 rocks, and I move them closer together so that I can get cover and get a,
So it looks like 2 testicles and a big dick. I understand.
yeah.
Because you
Yes.
fucking big gun.
So-
Cool. So
so just-
remember you're doing your action die and that.
So is it still flare if it's a 10 up on a d12?
Yep.
Okay, good to know.
Yep.
yeah.
And that's why D12s are the bomb. What were we gonna?
Right. Okay. So, on my D12, I rolled a 10,
Yep. So that's flare.
and so that's still just 2 successes.
Correct.
Okay. And so if the other dice doesn't get a success, then I
just
have
got 2.
flare, but
All flare does, flare is a mechanical benefit for yourself because you rolled high.
okay.
All it actually does is say, hey, look, you are rewarded for rolling high whether you succeed or fail or something
Okay.
in between. You got flare, so you recover a trait or a proficiency.
Gotcha.
That's all on you. It doesn't affect the narrative at all.
Okay. So in that case, I need to potentially use a proficiency to re-roll the other one.
Yes.
To get.
Or you could. You got a few options. You could do that. You could drop. Sorry, I keep on saying drop. You could bend Ninja Gear to get an extra die. Because the thing is about this game, rerolls are king, but also the more dice you have, the better.
Right.
So those extra dice, that's the shit.
Well, yeah.
One of the rules, you guys are tier 2. You can only do 2 abilities and 2 Ninja Gear bids on your turn. We haven't gotten to that point. It's not a big deal. But like, let's say you had 8 pieces of Ninja Gear. You can't have 8 dice.
Right.
Because there's only 4 tiers and you're tier 2, right?
Okay.
Right. So you can do that twice. Having a big dice pool and a shitload of proficiencies, that's how you game the system.
Okay. So
and then D12.
So I could use the arm as
how do you use it? You just have to make it make sense.
Exactly. Okay. So no, I'll just use the proficiency and re-roll the dice and think about how.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, turns take a long time in this game. However, a lot happens and you can do a lot.
So that changes it to 4 successes.
Nice. All right.
With
So
2
you
flares.
have a clean success. What'd you get?
4 total.
Yep. Clean success.
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. Is it a D10? Is the
D10 is an action die, and then your aspect.
All right. I got 3 successes. Actually, no, I got a 9 and
4.
an 8. I
That's
got 4
4.
successes.
Nice.
1 success.
Hit. You fail.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do something like a proficiency or Ninja Gear? You all got fucking 4 successes? Jesus.
Ninja Gear. My ammo or my armor is. I'm gonna bid my armor.
Yep.
Nice.
So if they.
So your armor has, let's see, I think it's a D12.
Yeah.
Because it's 6, 8, 10.
It's heavy.
I think it's a D10. No, it's a D12 because it has a deal on it. Yeah, it's D12. Roll it. I think we're just gonna go with D12 just because.
That's pretty good.
That's 1 more success.
All right,
Still
so you're at 2.
Yeah.
It's still better. The way that there's a range of success here. So the idea is every point over the threshold is an extra point of damage, right? Which means every point underneath the threshold is an extra point of damage the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you roll really well, you do better. If you roll really poorly, you do worse. It's better to fail by 1 than it is 4.
Yeah.
Right? In this case, it's more narrative. Right? So you only fail by 1. The idea is maybe she sees you last, or there's something going on there. So,
That she's dying because this.
oh, we'll see. As Karth,
Yeah.
you notice she spots one of you. As Dolby, she's clearly a Tyrannosaurus Rex and can only see movement. As you pause. Tobin?
Tobin.
Tobin.
With the B.
Oh.
Yes. Right? Yes.
Tobin?
Yeah.
You use mind. As you're like, you just duck.
Behind something.
That's it. You notice the lieutenant like
I get behind
stop
him.
as you duck
Right behind him.
right behind Karth. You notice off to your side because you're tethered to him. Burgess duck behind these 2 small boulders, and he kind of like pushes one, but he's not fully behind it. As you see the sniper like
The sniper sees somebody
Clearly
moving a
looking.
rock in front of himself.
Right. Maybe she doesn't see him, but she sees the rock go. Ugh. Right? It's your turn. It is technically player turn. You all go at the same time. I'm assuming you're waiting on Karth
Yeah.
to fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Anytime now.
So you got a bid to make the action, So whatever that is, and then if you're going to add any, if you're going to activate any abilities, those are bids, and then you make your throwdown. Threshold on this is 2. Her bow diff is 1, but she gets 1 for being having some cover.
So you need 3 successes to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you hit 2 successes, limbo, then you deal half damage. You still deal damage, but it's half. So, what do you bid to make this attack?
I'm gonna do a maraud and bid farmer to make the attack. It's like I've shot things out in the field tonight.
Sounds good. You have bullseyed some womp rats in your time. Are you activating any abilities?
I don't think I have any relevant abilities.
All right, good. Make your throwdown. It's a D10, which is your action die, and grace.
Grace. Okay, that works. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll. Can I use? Let's see. Would skullduggery be good for?
Yeah.
Yeah, skullduggery works. That is definitely a
reroll.
2 successes. Can I bid another trait to get a success, or is
No.
that okay?
An earlier version of DreadLore allowed that, but it gets out of hand.
Gotcha. No fair.
You can bid Ninja Gear to get a extra die.
Can I bid the pea suit?
How would it help you?
Basically, like maybe it has like little, because like I know lots of those suits, have basically like little strength amplifying, so maybe it has some kind of like auto adjustment system in it because I'm a scout, because I'm a sniper.
That is a form of equipment.
Fair.
I feel like that's a form of equipment
Okay,
bonus
fair
that you
enough.
just don't have.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think that makes sense.
Okay, no, fair enough.
Although it's a cool item that you could work towards.
Like
You
you're
should definitely do
peeing
that.
and it's like
In your suit.
Yeah, but you're relieving yourself and so you feel better.
Okay,
And then
okay.
you got the calm.
Okay, how about this
I don't
though?
think we're talking about the same pea suit.
That.
don't
Well, I
think
mean, you
we're-
guys all have captains. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know it, but you do. You really do.
We do.
Would the ability fancy footwork work?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'll use Marine. I'll bid Marine to activate the ability because every Marine's a rifleman.
That's right. That's right. Nice. Do you have any upgrades to it?
I have 2 upgrades here.
So it's +2.
Yep. So that's 4
that's
successes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means you crit. So you got another narrative point. You can spend it now. It's good to not bank them too much. There's no maximum on narrative points. Although the official rule is you have to use it immediately. I don't think that's necessary. But if you want to use it, you can.
I will go ahead and use it.
Just make sure you don't have like 8 or 9 narrative points per rod.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'll go ahead and use it immediately.
As you fire off a sniper bolt, dust kicks up at her feet from the blast. You see a little flare, but it's the most minuscule flare. It's from the actual inside of the sniper rifle because there's no air to burn on the outside. So it's just literally not a muzzle flash, but like an inside barrel flash for flare. As I mean, you don't see a trail or anything, and this motherfucker, there's no friction at all. It's going full velocity.
So that's 10. So that's 11 damage.
11?
Yeah.
And that's how much you rolled.
Yes.
Now, the threshold was 2. You beat it by 2, so you gain those 2 as extra damage.
Okay. So plus it'll be 13 damage.
Yep. All right. With a vitality of 12.
Nice.
She did.
as you see this,
Oh.
and it's, low gravity, so brain matter and blood slowly fall. You have narrative control at this point. How does this go down?
So I'm gonna say I deliberately tried to aim it basically up her barrel to like smash out the back and blow up in her face as much as possible.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. It's like an enemy at the gates, as the round goes directly through her eye, and you see her kind of like float up. In fact, all of you can see her against the sky, maybe 10 feet off the ground, and then fall down.
All right.
Sniper down.
Yeah. They probably have a couple more of those. I talked to Mac,
Aye, sir.
and can you can we go around to where the vehicle is?
Yeah.
You guys follow me. Can you manufacture this really quick in a way to make sure that no lights come on to this vehicle?
Yeah, I can check that, sir. Yeah.
Like no lights. I'm talking like no fucking lights.
Totally dark, sir. Yes. Let's bid MacGyver ability
Yeah.
to just make sure that it stays completely dark.
How do you do
also
it?
works. Check. I hop into the panel real quick. Open it up. It's right there. I look at it and just make sure that I've kind of eyeballed where all of the light, LEDs or whatever kind of lighting things there are on these things, and just trace everything back to it to make sure that those aren't getting power.
As you do all of that, you guys see Mac get underneath the hood, this lunar module, pull out a few tweezers or,
You see a couple pieces just kind of fly off.
fly
'cause
off.
That's not useful. We
You
don't
hear-
need that anymore.
You hear him through the comms as he gets up and probably sits down in the driver's seat because it's Mac.
Well, he can drive, can he?
Aye, sir.
I probably can't drive. I would blow a little bit.
I'll do it, sir.
Appreciate it.
I'd feel better behind the
Can we
wheel.
all pile up?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
All right.
yeah, definitely.
And he can see, kind of.
Yeah.
Aye, sir.
All right.
I have night vision.
And then I'll get
It's
on
old
basically-
tech, but it works.
Does this have like any kind of roll cage, or is it just like open?
It's
top?
got a roll cage.
Okay,
yes.
so what I'll do is I'll get up on the back and basically plant the sniper rifle on the back so I can shoot
Yep.
if I need to.
You do. As you all get inside, do you go the steep route or do you go the ridgeline route?
I say we go the steep route.
Yeah, you think we should go
I
the
don't
steep
want to
route?
walk along the ridge line.
Do I? Well, it's a vehicle. We're not walking.
Still,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
2 clicks on a vehicle. You can go pretty fast.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we could go the steep route, risk it. You feel comfortable with that?
I'm down. Let's do this. Yeah.
Because I feel like we've probably run out of. Well, this is too much information, but somebody's gonna know that there's a dead soldier.
All right. What do you bid to pilot this, to drive this lunar module through debris and such, and get it up that crater wall?
Let's. So back in the saddle again is an ability. That's an ability, right?
Sure. I can't remember.
So.
I've
why-
done a lot of shit. I think it
I was
is.
gonna say I have it as an ability, so.
Oh
I can
yeah.
bid.
Yeah, it's scale 1 and below.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. So I do. I.
You
do
can
need
bid anything to do
that.
that. You can bid anything to do that.
Okay. Let's bid back in the saddle again.
Okay, you can actually bid it to do it. That's perfectly fine.
Cool. Yeah.
As you guys head, if you've seen Ad Astra, it's the scene where they're literally doing this. It's the inspiration for this module. As you're rolling faster and faster and faster, there's a point where these huge, lunar module wheels are just kicking up dust. Granted, it's all in the dark. You see the little gauge, all red light. It doesn't project very far at all, just enough to see the display. And in fact, knowing how to use it, maybe you tap in and it just pops into your HUD.
Mm-hmm.
But before it does, you see that you're going a good 60 miles an hour on the surface of the moon. as it's just like,
Is there anything that we can do to assist him?
you can aid. You aid by bidding a trait that makes sense,
Yeah.
and you tell him how you aid.
All right.
And what that does is it literally gives him a die in the event that he's throwing down. He is not throwing down though.
I think I already bid dark vision. So, or did I bid that, or I just have that?
You just have it. you just have it.
Yeah. Can I bid that?
Yeah. So you're like pointing out to him and
Yeah.
stuff. Cool.
Cool. Extra set of eyes. Awesome.
All right, because you're being aided, let's just see how well you do. So we'll have you throw down.
Okay.
Action and aspect.
Actions D10.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use mind I'll still use mind to look at the terrain and
So it's
assess.
less reactive, and it's more you see the terrain and you're like, this should be a good route.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pre-order,
Pre-game it.
yeah.
Cool. Do it.
I guess there aren't any like tracks or anything.
We are looking at 2 successes.
All right. Now, because he aided,
Mm-hmm.
which aspect are you going to give him? I'm assuming it's wits because you're using dark vision.
Yeah, I can give him wits. I don't have a roll. All I have is a mind.
Okay, we'll give him mine then.
All right.
What's your die?
I think it's a D6. 'cause
Okay,
it's
you have a
3.
D6 as well.
Okay.
Now the idea is in rounds, you now don't have that die
Okay.
until the next round, so it doesn't matter for the situation.
Sure.
Boom. 1 more success.
All right, so 3. So this really was you were going to do it. So the threshold is 0, which means you have a narrative point
Okay.
because you crit. You two are working in tandem. Describe how you get over this ridge. You have narrative control.
How'd you want to?
Well, I mean, I think we should do it in such a way that we don't blow our location. So maybe there's a big boulder over there, and we just launch over this little part. You know, there's a little crevasse I see coming up, but I see there's this big boulder just across this crevasse, and we'll jump that, and then I want you to hit the brakes as soon as possible. Maybe you can slam into it a little bit, and
Yep.
it's fine.
Yep.
Just as long as we stop at this area and it puts us in close enough to the compound.
Aye, sir, loud and clear. And we... and we land directly next to that rock.
Little Gotham, you do have points. We'll say that you have 1 pip and 1 narrative point that you can give out. For clarification, a pip allows them to change something in the past, minor. A narrative point allows them to change something in the present, minor, of the narrative. So you do have 2 points.
And the one you tried to give to
I know.
Carth.
Carthon. Yes, the one you tried to give to her, she didn't need, so you have both still.
As you land next to this crater, or next to this boulder, the lunar module bounces with the shocks. Up top, Karth, you're holding on as you feel the bang bang of your sniper rifle. Burgess, you're swinging wildly with your big gun. Up ahead, about a click-ish away, you see the facility. Off to the right, you see the terrain goes higher, an even higher ridge that was obscured from you, and there's solar panels all down it. Still nighttime.
Is the vehicle in okay driving shape?
It's fine.
And is there a route that we can go that's kind of dark?
Oh yeah, you're in complete darkness.
Do we see anybody?
No, you don't.
Um,
And it doesn't look like. Do you bid anything at this point?
I'm paranoid that we're gonna run out of time. So I'm gonna bid fuck it, which is a flaw.
Yes.
I'm gonna say to the sniper, get in the vehicle, and I'm gonna put. I want Burgess to get on top of the vehicle with his big gun.
Tell them, not me.
Oh, Burgess, get on the vehicle with your big gun
Yes,
and mount
sir.
it. Actually, are we close enough where a sniper would do pretty well from where we are?
Yeah.
Anywhere on the station?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're within a kilometer or two.
Karth, stay here.
Fine.
Anybody comes out, shoot them. And you're
Yeah,
with me.
you're about a kilometer away. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it?
Can
Do I
do.
have to bid anything to actually mount the gun?
Nope.
Oh well.
Jump up there.
Okay.
So I was trying, I was basically get off and try and find some high ground nearby.
Oh, you're popping off. Yep.
Yeah.
As you pop off the lunar module. Yeah, that's right. Maybe you get over to where a rock is, and you pop up and look through the scope. You see LBA-2. The lights are on and such. Now that you're actually on top of the crater, you can see the facility's lights are on. But whereas maybe it was it's a spaceport, it has an industrial spaceport, but there's usually people all around. It's been evacuated. Quite clearly, as you're looking through, there's no people. Oh, you see, walking through the main concourse, a woman who looks like a doctor, like a scientist, but she's wearing like a flak jacket. And in front of her, it's all obscured. You do have a shot, but it's a very difficult one.
I mean, just
You see a
eyes.
guy who looks like a paramilitary guy
Yeah.
carrying a gun
Yeah.
in front of him. And they're walking around to this large hallway. You can barely see. The hallway's going away from you. You guys outside, as you're looking, you see LBA-2. There's a map and everything, but we're not going to use it. Think of just one big building, and then there's an observation tower to it. The launch pad is just beyond it, and you can see there's no rocket on it, but the lights from the pad. That's a good 3 or 4 kilometers away.
Yeah.
The reason being, when you take off a rocket, you want to be a couple miles from it, or else you'll die.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to montage this a little bit, because I'm going to use the bathroom. And I'm going to switch it back to you guys. Oops. What's your plan?
No. Good call.
Think of yourselves.
Mhm.
Think of yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Plan. This is the second to last scene.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Carthonen's actual strategy is going to be wait till you guys get far enough ahead and then basically start moving up so she can try and interdict.
Yeah. I mean, should we bring you a little closer just so you can?
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't particularly matter because what you said makes sense from like a tactical standpoint. So there wouldn't be any reason to to not do that strategically.
When do I get to light him up?
You just wait for it.
And we
Yes,
all
sir.
have communication,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like between the 4 of us. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Karth to hold murdering anybody until you hear from me. I got an idea. I'm
Right.
not gonna fill you guys in on that idea.
That's fair.
And so I mean,
You're in command. We don't need it. Yeah, it's whatever.
you guys can talk amongst yourselves when he's. If you have any alternative plans, and I'm also going to use the restroom.
I was gonna say I'm driving because I'll probably use it as well. But yeah.
Let's
Do
just
you
light
have
him
any
up.
plans, Burgess? Do you just want to light him up?
Yes, I want to shoot.
When do I get to start calling you Mirad?
Mirage with the gun. What could go wrong?
Because I just want you to pull a knife out and just start stabbing people with a machete.
When can I start calling you Poe?
Damn it! Drink. It is really hard to not call you guys by
Okay.
those names.
That sound, yeah. that's
Yeah, we're
definitely
getting close to
something
the 4th.
that- Oh, true.
Oh, okay.
Didn't even think of that. I'm just gonna, I just like, I need to fidget with something.
Nice. Yeah, it is fireworks. Okay, nice.
Oh, it just came off as one big piece. Cool.
I'm not surprised by that.
Does your cat get spooked?
Not usually. She's pretty even keeled all the time. She's over there asleep or lying down, looking up. She doesn't care. But yeah. No, every time I think like, hey, I do a thing. I'm like, yeah, Dav does. Oh wait, no, Dav isn't here. That's.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fireworks outside.
Yeah,
I heard that.
I was taking a piss and I was like, oh shit.
For you Canadian viewers, every July the 4th, the United States.
Is it July 4th already?
No, we're like 2 weeks out, I think.
Wow.
Or no, a week out maybe.
Happy
Week and a
America
half.
Day coming up.
Yeah.
Little Gotham says, Mo! Alright, what have you all decided?
They're going on. He wants me to hold fire because he has a plan that he's not going to tell us yet. And then Sarith will wait till they get far enough ahead.
Sarith will take a drink.
Damn, I got water. Yeah, Karth will wait till they get a good distance away, and then basically start moving up on her own.
Okay. Hey, Mac.
Yeah.
Karth just Sarith herself.
I heard it. I heard it from out there. I was like, and Sarah does it. What does she do?
Yeah.
All right.
It's only been a week, guys. It's
You killed Private Alice Brick. The fuck?
Were they important?
Damn good shots of what it was.
That was
I
an
mean,
amazing shot.
One of...
I could have probably gotten information out of her, but
You see her body like...
just
like
Skipping along.
one third
across
gravity
the moon.
bouncing across.
I mean, who
the
did they
earth.
put in charge again?
No, that's awesome. It's great. That's actually the right thing to do in a way. Right. Okay, so you got out of the ambush. Indeed, of the module. Okay, so we're going a little bit off the rails because we don't have too much time left. But you guys have actually engaged the enemy, which is pretty far. So, Karth, you're sitting back as you see them move off. Are you going off in the rover?
Yeah, we're gonna go on the rover, and we're
Okay.
gonna go fast.
Yep. As you go fast, hauling ass.
And we're gonna go right towards those two people. And I'm gonna say to everybody, hold the fire until you.
They
hear
will
me.
be out of range by
Yeah.
the time you get there, just because they're rounding the corner
Yeah.
as you start, and they're a mile away.
Yeah.
So you can get there in about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So, a minute and a half is not long, but to walk. But they're getting down the hallway.
Yeah.
Are you going straight through
Yeah.
the concourse, through the glass, busting in?
Everything. I mean,
Good.
do I know that this is I mean, I did bid fuck it.
Yeah.
You did. You did.
I, when in doubt, choose violence.
Yep.
All right. You pop off the back as they drive away. The force of them driving away kicks you off. As you're sitting there, you see the two marks moving. The two rebels. One scientist, one some sort of military person, paramilitary. Can't really tell. What are you doing? Because we're gonna get on them real soon.
Yeah. I'm gonna basically, since they're going fast, I'll wait 10 seconds and then start moving that direction myself.
All right, as you start huffing it, going up. It's a mile away, so they're gonna get there well before you. You'll come in behind, though you do have a sniper rifle. Have you reloaded that round, by the way?
I know, just because I know I have
kept
4
it in there?
more, so.
Okay. You guys barrel on.
I got a question for you. Is there an open channel? That
what?
That
Like a public channel?
a public channel.
Oh, yeah,
That
of course.
they can. So
I mean, what channel they're using, you would have to bid to know what
Yeah.
LBA2 uses.
can I bid? Can I ask Mac to find an open channel?
Don't ask me, ask him.
Go ahead, Mac. Will you find an open channel while you're driving?
As you see, he's like holding the steering wheel.
I mean, you seem good at the internet. I mean,
you see Burgess was like on top.
like you got this on vocal, right?
Aye, sir. Give me just one. It's gonna take just 1 second. Hold on.
Mac, what do you bid to do both things?
I'm going to bid.
I don't know how to do it.
Tactical thinking.
Yeah, great. You do it. As you are sitting there, messing around with your arm gadget and driving one-handed. Maybe like you see him driving with like his knees a couple times. You know? As the lunar module like does a few skids back and forth.
It's fine. I planned that. It's fine.
And yeah, you find an open channel. It's an official LBA2.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. You're tacked in, sir.
It's very public. It will broadcast to their observatory, like specifically to the LBA2. So not like Looney is. You don't want to do that because you want to keep this quiet.
Right.
But to the observatory in LBA2, anyone in there will hear it.
Yeah. Well,
Sir,
we
it's-
definitely
it's-
don't want it outside of the.
Yeah.
I've got it in just that building in front of us.
And
Everyone
it's
else
this
is...
this button.
Yes, that one, sir.
All right, I'm
yes.
gonna bid authoritarian presence.
In that moment, Burgess, will you roll me d10? And Tobin, would you roll me? What? What are you laughing at? Would you roll me? Hold on a second. Get the moment. I've got it. It's just a D8. The bow def on this is +2. So what'd you get?
7.
So that's a 1
6.
and a 1. So the threshold is 4. Okay. Which one of you who's driving wants to roll this stealth? It sounds like it needs to be you. Seems like it needs to be you, since you're actually driving.
Can I bid?
You guys can aid.
Can I bid something?
You don't need a bid.
Okay.
This is a reaction because this is, do they see you?
Right.
Reactions,
Kinda
you don't
hoping
have to bid for. Now you can bid to activate shit, but you don't have to bid to make a reaction. You just get to make the reaction.
Okay. Okay.
Is anyone going to aid?
Yeah, I will aid.
How are you going to aid?
I will use. Can I use an ability?
You just bid something and you give him an aspect die.
Okay. I will bid Frosty Machine Repair.
You know what? I'm going to go for it. What aspect does that use?
Wits.
All right. What's your wits die?
5.
Give it to him. He gets to have that.
Wait.
So it's a D10.
Okay. So I have my basic
Yep.
D10,
Your action die? Yes.
which is the D10, and then his D10
Yep.
that he just gave me.
Yep. Because
From
he's
Frosty
aiding you.
Machine Repair.
That's right.
Okay.
And you have grace because it needs to be grace or brawn.
Grace or brawn.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a D4.
Okay, D4. And is anyone else going to aid him?
Sure.
Now, what this means is during rounds, or this round, I should say, you don't have this die.
Yeah. Well, actually, I want to use. I've got a plan. Though.
Okay, you don't have to aid him at all. Roll it.
Okay.
Threshold is 4. So that means you need 5 for a clean success. 4 is limbo.
Okay.
Degrees of success and failure do apply. Scratch my underarm as I
I
I did this and switched it at the same time.
have 2 successes.
Better
Currently.
not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 2.
2.
As Mac is jerking back and forth with his knees, tapping on his arm thing. There's a couple points where maybe the angle, like you turn just a little bit too much as dust kicks up. And Karth, you notice the guy doesn't notice. but the scientist turns and points. Like she does the... And the guy, like, does this maneuver and then starts running towards the door as he's like...
I'm gonna make a... I'm gonna hit a button.
You do. You hit the button.
All right, I'm gonna use what is it?
Authoritarian presence.
Authoritarian presence, and I want to I want to say a comment. I want to message the base.
Yep.
You're tapped in, sir.
Oh, thank you. And my message is, and because I'm indoctrinated, I know what the rebels want, or what I think the rebels desire. Like, why I'm using their jargon, that what little I picked up, which is very little, and I'm trying to do it. Like, I'm trying to figure out because it's the way I say it. We have necessary equipment. They are on to us. This is an emergency. We need to immediately move forward on our plan to get the specimen out. So we're coming in hot. They're right behind us.
You're so you're bidding authoritarian presence as a trait. Okay, to make this action, awesome.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw down.
All
So
right.
this is your action die, which is a D10,
Yeah.
and an aspect die.
Which is the ability.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's the aspect that you're choosing to use.
Oh, like indoctrination.
So it'd be a brawn, mind, wits, or grace.
It would probably be. I mean, I want to rely on brawn, but it's not really. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
brawn
ballsy
will
thing.
Yeah, brawn will work.
Wit, mind, I think is what I'll use.
Okay, so that's your throwdown. If you want to activate the ability, you have to bid a trait to do it.
Yeah, and I would like to that the trait would be a background, which is
Yep, absolutely.
indoctrinated.
All right, and the ability. How many upgrades do you have?
It's just
Normally, I don't
It's
ask.
not
This is
upgraded.
just learning. Okay. Yeah, so it just allows you to make them rethink and or just be really good at lying
Sure.
and that kind of stuff.
and I mean I can also bid authority.
It's up totally up to you. You only need one.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and throw it down. And we'll figure out the threshold here in a second.
I like it. I like everything that's going on.
Okay, I got 9, which is 2 successes,
Yep. Anything else?
and a 1.
Okay. So, base threshold is 2. We're gonna see if this guy has any.
Can I aid
conniving.
him?
Yes, of course.
So I would be sending one of my aspects over there.
Yep.
Okay.
Which means you would not have it.
Right. Wits.
Okay. What do you bid? So you got to bid something to do it.
So I will bid
3, 2, 1.
No, I can't help you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to have something to bid to actually make it work.
Yeah.
All right, I got something. I'll aid him.
How you gonna aid him?
I'm going to lend credence to his story by shooting the window in the concourse.
There it is.
I love that. Yeah, spend the round, and what do you bid?
I'm gonna bid operative, I guess again.
And now, have you recovered it?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. So, and what aspect are you giving him?
I'll give him my wits, which is a D10.
Okay, so you get a D10 too.
Oh,
so
nice.
roll that.
Okay.
You guys are way smarter than me,
Well done.
or wittier. I am not a witty. I am not a witty person. That is a failure.
Now remember, you have proficiencies.
Oh, I do have proficiencies, which are Oh yeah, proficiencies, skullduggery. I would like to use some skullduggery.
That would definitely work. So go ahead and spend one of your uses, and you can re-roll whichever die you wish. You have to take the result.
I'm gonna roll the d10. That is less good.
You can keep on going.
Oh, okay.
You have the proficiencies.
Yeah, you can spend as many proficiencies as you want. You can
Okay.
bleed yourself dry.
One more skullduggery.
Worst comes to worst, you can spend a point of breath to go
That's
to limbo.
2 successes.
Oh, nice. So total, how many do you have?
That's 4 successes.
All right. So the bow def is 2. Normally I don't roll, but just because we're playing it, we're going to play it. Burgess, will you roll me a d10? And Karth, will you roll me a d8?
That's just 1, so it'd be no successes.
And would you get 2 on the die?
Yep.
Okay. So they have 2 successes. You get a narrative point
Nice.
because you beat it by 2. As you say this,
Yeah.
and you see the guy kind of like, no, keep going, as Karth's bullet slams into the dome, and it cracks. Of course, this is reinforced glass, so it doesn't bust or anything. As he looks up, oh, fuck! You can't hear him as he shouts a bunch of shit, rolls in, and opens up one of the airlock doors, runs in, closes it, as you guys are like, rolling in.
Well, it's...
As he opens up the airlock door, he's like, hold on, trying to stop you from going too fast. As he opens up the airlock door, the first one, you fly in to the airlock, going at a good 70, 80 miles an hour.
Are we doing that? Okay.
As you don't have time to stop.
You told me to get in there, sir.
Boom! The lunar module is really not made for random stuff. As he's like, no! He's got his helmet on though. 'Cause he's trying to, like, roll me a d10.
Okay.
I'm gonna say high. Tell me if it's high or low.
It is high, it's a 10.
Alright, as he's like, as the scientist is like, what's going? You burst in. As rapid decompression occurs inside here. And she's like, she flies onto the lunar surface. Doing that.
Let's hope the airbags have improved.
As you guys are like, you slam into this, both tires totally explode. The front end's like fucked up. What are you gonna do? Reaction rolls.
And now Karth is very glad she got off the damn.
Fucking poor Burgess on top. Oh, you roll reaction rolls. As Karth, you see them ram the building with their module.
What is the reaction roll?
So you'll do a. Indeed, Lil Gotham says everyone drives with their knees. No biggie.
No biggie.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, I hack shit while I drive. It's fine. It's whatever. It's a thing I do.
So reaction roll is that's going to be your action die, which is a D10, and one of your aspects that makes sense for this. I feel like Burgess might jump out. Because he did last game. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He was like, he did a fucking gator, he did a wasteland.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's, I'm going to say Braun or Grace. It's up to you.
Is he the only one rolling?
I go with.
Or all three
Oh,
of
no,
us are?
you're all three rolling.
I go with
Okay.
Braun.
But remember, if you aided, you
Right.
don't have whatever that aspect is.
Right.
Okay?
Did I 8? I don't think
I
was-
didn't.
Oh, you didn't 8.
I did not.
You didn't. Okay, so you have your action die, D10, and you have your action, an aspect die. Whichever one you're doing.
Nice.
3
Nice.
successes.
Remind me of that in a second. That's perfect. I love that.
Prepare this life.
So good.
He didn't get pulled into like the other realm for a minute to experience all of the universe, life, and everything.
No.
This time.
2 successes.
Okay, threshold is 2, so that's limbo.
Okay.
What aspect did you use?
I used mind.
Mind?
Yeah.
How?
To see how things were about to hit and try to avoid death.
You just relax. You're like, I've been drunk before.
This is gonna suck. Any way you look at it, this is gonna suck.
I've been told if you relax, it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
I used Drawn.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
And I'm half drunk, so
Yeah.
I just kind of loosen up. A little.
Indeed. That's right.
How do they survive?
So you both just loosen up. You see the drunk guy. Like, just go with it, man.
Okay.
You're trying to go.
Yes, sir.
How many successes did you get?
3.
3? Alright, threshold is 2. As that scene happens, you note Burgess does a gator off the side.
With the gun.
He just bounces.
Into the moon dust, just.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Oh god.
And we're in there, like swimwear.
I'm
I'm in limbo, though, so...
So far, we've done less damage than my last mission.
We're
doing good so far.
The lunar module folds like a tin can because it's just made of, like PVC. As it slams through, you see the scientist fly out and doing her thing, decompressing, blood pop up. Karth, you see the scientist out in the lunar soil, like convulsing from rapid decompression. As you run up, you could get to her.
Okay.
You notice Burgess leap off the top, doing a gainer into a dust
Again.
pile. You see,
Second planet he's done it on.
you see the lieutenant with his fucking hat on. He's like just going for it. And, the lunar module slams in, crunches, flips up into the air, fucking wheels flying off, that one's gone, slams into the back of the building as a big rift in the building, crack in the building forms. You're fine. Somehow... You're like folded and bruised and cut, but you're okay. You're okay. There was a moment where you tensed up.
Yep.
For the most part, you had it. However, there was a moment you tensed up. We're gonna see how it was.
Okay.
Roll me a d10.
Okay.
Tell me high or low. Or d12, doesn't matter.
What do I need to expend anything to try and get to her?
But you need to bid something.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you roll?
High or low before I roll?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, high. It's a 4.
Alright. As you slam in, you see your arm go up as it's that way. Rolled over with the lunar module.
Is it the mechanical or the regular?
Oh, do you have a mechanical arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your mechanical arm.
Okay.
As your mechanical arm's like... as you see his arm, he looks up, it looks like a question mark. As you're like...
Well, shite.
And he seems fine with it.
Okay.
What do you roll?
I'm gonna bid moon dance.
Yep.
Good. You'll get a pip for that.
That's...
As you sashay, as you're like... you sashay up to the rapidly decompressing scientist who looks
and-
up at you like spitting up her lungs, like grasping at you, trying to get to somewhere not
Yeah,
you know, here.
and I'll spend a narrative point if it's all right to say, well, they were, while he was messing around with the rover to get it, all not lights. I snuck into the the little equipment shed, the pillbox, and grabbed an emergency pea suit.
So that would be a pip.
Okay.
Normally, too, the issue with that scene is that Dolby specifically didn't go in so that the lights weren't turned on.
Mm-hmm.
So there is an issue. Where would you get the pea suit?
Maybe there was one in the vehicle.
That makes
Okay,
sense.
fair.
So there's one in the vehicle. That makes sense. So you had pulled out maybe there's like a little foot locker.
Yeah.
You pulled it up. Oh shit! Fucking pea suit. You whip it out, and just her size. And she's like, fucking, trying to get it on. You gotta spend time to help her get it on.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to let go of your sniper rifle to do this.
Yeah.
You ever try to put someone's shoes on them? All right. As you're spending your time doing that, all hell is broken loose. You see the lights. You can hear, because there's a little bit of atmosphere still in here, as it goes into silence, because this place has no air in it anymore. This specific main concourse. Storm doors. What are they called? Blast doors come down for the decompressionization. You see the main hallway, the observatory. There's one person running around up top, looking down in ballistic stuff. Obviously looks like a Marine, looking down, wondering what the fuck's going on. He's in the second floor observatory. Yeah, what are you doing?
Is there do I see like a way to get to that?
Oh yeah,
area?
is it obvious? This looks like an airport. It's very obviously laid out.
Yeah. All right. I just tell him to follow me. Follow me.
Right.
You see his
get your
arm is
knife.
bent the wrong way.
Well,
Got it.
stay behind me.
Yep.
Don't get
This
shot.
one's still good. Yep.
Burgess, you pop up. You notice that Karth is helping the scientist disrobe and then get into a pea suit, naked on Lunia soil. And she's all fucked up. She finally, you zip her up and pressurize that shit. You're gonna have to help her get her inside.
She's not doing great.
No, she looks fucked up.
I'll basically put I'll hold onto the rifle and just sort of do the arm shoulder thing, and
You see out
I
ahead.
will attempt to aid.
You do. You see out ahead. A soldier, a paramilitary soldier, is running towards you, gun down, holding out a hand like, what the fuck's going on? Obviously it's the person who was with the scientist. Meanwhile, you two are running up these stairs.
We've got two more out there. Okay, help them get in. As
This is
I'm
all in
following you
comms.
behind. Yeah.
Because
Oh.
there's no air.
Oh.
Oh,
Because
you're
you
saying
just
that to
you
me.
just decompress.
What are you talking about, dude?
As you shout it into your helmet.
Right. Oh, they can't hear me.
They can't hear you.
Oh well, that was wasted effort, wasn't it?
It's
I'll just
pretty
follow
good.
you, sir.
Yeah, just follow me. That'll be
Okay.
good.
All right.
All right, as you guys go upstairs, bound.
I've got I'm pulling out my little sword knife.
Yep. You mean the sword?
My light sword.
The laser sword? As you have your knife, your kniff. The observatory is there.
Is there
All
any-
glass, you can see in it. You see this Marine in there with a big gun. No, a small gun. And he looks like a mercenary. You can tell by his lapel he is a sergeant. You can tell he's probably a demolitionist because he's got several grenades on him, as well as a few packs of C4 and such. There is, on the wall, this is as you're walking up to the door, you can see through the glass, a little radio station looking thing that looks like a detonator, like a remote detonator. His gun slung across his back, it's a big gun, I'm sorry. So it's the same thing that Burgess has. and it kind of swivels like on a gimbal around him. And on his side, you see this massive Bowie knife that clearly has been augmented for a vibroblade. So this dude looks like he was probably military that went mercenary, or something along those lines. He's still wearing his sergeant stuff. So is he PMC? Is he just gone rogue? You don't know. But he's military. Okay. As he turns and sees you all, and kind of takes a step back, trying to gauge who you are, what do you do?
I don't hesitate. I mean, I'm going to kill this guy.
So you're at the door. The door's closed.
The door is closed, so I got to open a door. All right, I'm going to use authority.
And he's a good 30, 40 feet away from you.
I'm going to open the door.
The door opens up. There's two doors because it's obviously airlocked.
Yeah.
As
I will stop aiding and.
well, you're down below.
Oh.
I mean, you can see there on the second floor. You see the observatory, and you see some guy like maybe shoulder up, turned towards something.
I will go.
So you run towards the stairs.
Yeah.
Yep. As you run past and go towards the stairs. Are you helping this woman inside? What are you doing? Right. You help her inside. Where do you go?
I'll start going towards where I see that they're at the airlock.
Okay. You guys are on your way. What are you two doing? You go into the airlock, the first one.
Yeah, the first.
You see, he goes like this.
Oh, do we know what channel he's on?
Are they on the same channel?
Can you switch my comm to
As
their
he goes,
channel?
Yep. Hold on.
You see him kind of like back away, realizing maybe you don't know. Do you bid something? Do you try to figure this out?
Yeah, I'll bid authority. I'll bid authority.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
No,
don't do that.
I try to.
Just a second. So you're trying to confuse him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, roll throw down. You bid authority.
Yeah.
So throw down. It's your action die, and your aspect die.
Okay, and the aspect is.
Which one you want?
Oh, I guess it's mind again.
Yep, do it. What are you doing, Mac?
I'd like to.
You note down the glass Burgess running down below the concourse towards you guys up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And behind him, Karth helping the scientist, now in a pea suit, into the wreckage of the concourse.
Okay, I tap into our immediate comms and say, Karth, I like what I see there, keeping everybody alive, great. Hey, Burgess, slow down for 1 second. And then I would like to bid strategic to tap into the minuscule piece of the mechanics of my arm that still exist, and tap into those to try and actually get into his comms specifically.
All right, go ahead and throw it down.
Yeah.
Threshold for you will be 2. What'd you get?
3. I got a perfect roll. I got a 6 and a 10.
All right, that 10 gives you flair, so you recover an exhausted trait.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Or proficiency.
Okay.
With a 3 successes, beating his 2, I believe. You see him realize what you're trying to say and say, oh, right, as he comes over and looks at you both, kind of like furrows his brow. Huh. Well, come on in. As he walks over to the detonator and starts. You can tell that the detonator, well, you don't know. You can tell since you're a demolitionist guy. Like, all he has to do is hit a button.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just set to blow up anyway.
Right.
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
It's as soon as I'm
Limbo. It's crackly, but you get it.
Soon. We're not in through the next.
So
Not until you roll it?
So you should be tapped in slightly. It's kind of it's.
Okay, just 1 minute. They're coming in quick. I think we can pull this off, but we just need a second to let
Burgess, you get to the airlock door.
Yeah.
We're there, right there. He turns and nods. What's wrong with your comms?
They've got some kind of beam or force. I don't know, but I think we can pull this off. So just one more second.
Well, the
and we can
demolitions are
finish.
ready to go for the launch pad.
Yeah, good.
We're gonna blow it up.
Good. Yeah, fuck that thing. But just give us 1 second. We
Lieutenant Monroe said, if we're compromised here, just go ahead.
Yeah.
Who's after you?
Just 1 minute. The suckers from the SSA are just right on our tail, and so we've got one operative that has
Operative.
yeah, we've got an operative on the inside that if we can just wait till the right moment, it'll lure them on the platform, and they'll all go up, those fuckers.
As far as we figured that SOC was in on this. SOC is Special Operation Corps. It's the military, boogeymen. Then you have the Vidantoi, who are the real boogeymen.
Yeah, but it's the clad.
What? He turns. What? The clad.
Yeah, are we through the door at any point in time?
Yeah, if you just hit the button, you open
I
it
just
up.
want to open the door.
Shh, it opens up.
I just want to open the door.
Burn-
I just want to go
You
through
walk
and
in the room.
I want to because I have my sword out. I want to
Yeah.
stab him through his face.
Run! Alright, we're gonna do rounds. Karth, you're down below on the
I just want to
concourse.
stab him through his face.
You're down on the concourse. What do? You've got where the launch pad goes. You got where the observation goes.
I'm gonna go to the observation because I'm trying to get her back basically up where I see the other people going.
Okay. You're about halfway on the stairs. Burgess, you are right at the airlock door, and then there's the room they're in, and then a door you guys are just opening. So rounds start. World action. That's the world action. Bad guys are doing stuff. He turns around. What? The clad? Bad guys go first. You can spend a point of cunning to instead take a second turn and go before or at the same time as them. So who spends cunning?
I'll have to go to the
Does everybody spend cunning?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
let's do it.
Drop a point of cunning. It's your turn. It's your guy's turn. As you see him, the clad, turn, and he's got his fucking helo gun and vibro blade, and he's right next to the detonator. What do you do?
I'm
You
gonna,
guys decide amongst yourselves who goes and when and all that stuff. Go.
I was just
Well, I
gonna,
assume it's you.
yeah.
All right, we do.
I was gonna say I'm following you,
Yeah.
and everybody else is following us.
Yeah. Well, as I attack him, I'm going to say, keep him away from this button. You probably know this.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
I see the button. I'm there.
So what do you bid as you stalk forward, igniting your plasma sword?
Blade Master.
You're gonna bid that to attack him.
Yeah, to attack him.
Okay, and you're gonna activate Blade Master with another bid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna bid Warrior
Yep.
and then Blade Master
To activate it.
to activate
Cool.
it.
As you ignite this plasma sword, the carbon fiber mesh and such extends and superheats as plasma spills off of it like Super Kylo Ren lightsaber. As his eyes widen, he realizes maybe you're not who you say you are. Go ahead and throw it down.
All right, and that is
And how many upgrades do you have on it?
on the Blade Master. I have one.
One, so you have a +2 to this roll,
Okay.
meaning you have an automatic 2 successes.
All right.
Go ahead and do your action and your aspect.
So the aspect is the 10 D10,
Roll that,
and then
and your action is a D10.
the action is a D10. All right.
Which are you doing, brawn?
Brawn. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. As you swing it around like a hammer.
Then that is 2. I think an 8 is 2 successes.
Yep.
So that's 4 successes.
Right, the
Three.
threshold
Or no, wait.
is
Hold on.
You have 2 automatically, right?
You have 2 automatically,
Okay, yeah.
so that's 4 successes.
Yeah.
okay. The threshold is 4, so you're at limbo.
And I'm really. Can I use tough?
What you can do is
can I use my sword?
yep, you can bid a piece of ninja gear. You can do 2 ninja gear actually.
Yeah.
If your sword has more than 1 trait, you can bid it twice.
Yeah. My sword
you
has.
get those extra dice.
My sword has laser sword 10 charges. It's unstable.
You could bid that.
Yeah, I'll bid unstable.
Okay, so that gives you. Does it only have one trait?
Huh?
One trait it has.
It's 6 plot armor. Oh no, wait, that's 10 charges, unstable, 2d6 laser sword.
So that means roll a d6. That's the extra die it gives you.
Okay. So that's 3d6.
This is called just one.
Okay.
Because you're trying to. You're still throwing down. You're trying to beat 4 successes.
Yeah. And that's a 5.
Okay.
Success.
So you have 5 successes. That means you have a clean success. Roll the damage. You beat it by 1, so you have +1.
Okay.
Roll your damage +1.
All right. So it's 2d6, which is probably not enough to kill him. 2.
Not everybody has 20 plot armor.
7 points of damage.
So you got how much you roll on the dice?
7. And then okay, yeah, 7. Oh, 8 with the +1.
Right.
Okay.
So you do 8 damage. Okay. Let's see what Sergeant Tony Smith has. Oh, actually, he's pretty tough.
Yeah, I would imagine he's not tough.
As you come down, he sidesteps just barely as the plasma reeks across his armor, melting much of it. He barely gets out of the way. You see it smoldering and on his PMC armor. What are you doing? As he's already grabbing for his vibroblade. Still your guys' turn.
I would like to bid my flaw, Pacifist, to run at him and tackle him and just bring him to the ground. Both of us useless on the ground. I've got a knife to his throat. Like, I might use it.
You bid Pacifist.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and throw it on.
Okay.
Put it on me. Oopsie.
So, action D10.
Yep.
And I'll use mind to
Yeah, okay. I can dig it.
hit him,
You're trying to be strategic with it. It's your big number, I understand.
use weight and whatnot against him, and that's all I can do. Right?
And you go for his joints,
Yeah. Okay.
and this is the last scene. So you guys know.
It's 2 6s, so 2 successes.
All right.
Yeah.
So the threshold to get him is 4. You've attacked him once, so it's threshold of 3. So you are failing right now. Although you do go up and grab him, but you don't take him all the way down. It's not exactly as you expect.
Okay, let's.
You are definitely hanging off of him, and it's encumbering.
I would like to skullduggery proficiency
Do it.
and re-roll one of those. And I would like to use another skullduggery. So go ahead and re-roll that one. And get a 10 on that. So it now becomes 2 successes
And
plus
remember,
a
you get that flare, so you
flare.
can recover proficiencies or a trait.
Cool.
So how many you got?
So it is that's 3 successes now.
Okay.
Yes.
As you jump across him, swinging around his neck, you're at limbo right now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 successes. As you bring him down to a knee, and how big is your guy?
I mean, he's a pretty strapping young lad.
Yeah, as you're wrestling with this dude, this guy, he's got dad strength.
Mm-hmm.
He's PMC sergeant, 41, middle-aged, years old dude. You know, gray in the hair and the beard. Looks like just a roughneck. But you are strangling him on his back. He still stands up, though. Maybe he couldn't, but it is the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So gravity's just not what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the limbo. You're encumbering him.
Mm-hmm.
With the knife to his throat, you note that he has on heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not so worried about your tiny blade.
Yep.
All right. What about you two?
I'm just gonna basically try and get as far along as I can.
You can get right up to the door.
Oh, okay, then I'll go ahead and get to the door and do my best to open it.
Yeah, it's open. Now what?
Now I'm gonna, basically set the doctor down and basically say, man.
You see
stairs."
that there.
Yeah.
You see, your lieutenant is swiping a guy with a laser sword. You see that same guy is getting strangle-mangled by your comrade. You see Burgess there, standing there with a huge gun.
I'm gonna lean over, acting like I'm tired. Then I will accidentally sit back on the detonator switch.
Oh, you're gonna run all the way in
Yeah.
and jump on. Okay, what are you gonna bid to do it? Because you were at the door and then you teleported all the way to the other end.
Oh, I see. So I didn't realize.
You can do it. You just gotta bid.
Yeah.
Also, you have people that might stop you.
Fair.
Like you have several people actually that might stop you.
Yeah.
You can't just slip in and be like, oh, you already went. Ha 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 ha. Nope.
No. Yeah.
Fooled you. Not gonna work.
I think generally speaking,
They're definitely gonna get reactions.
We were.
I'm gonna be
totally cool to do it, but they are gonna get the fucking.
I'm gonna be hilarious if you'll let me. I'm gonna say I'm gonna bid fire team 4.
All right. You see old Garth roll in. And just fucking elbow measure that shit onto the detonator. As she's flying in the air. You haven't hit the detonator yet.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw down.
So,
Okay, what am I throwing down?
That would be your action and your aspect.
Okay.
So then you want to go high because they're gonna try to refute it.
the dude that they're trying to subdue,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my gun and
No.
I'm just gonna ram him with it.
Grace. Yeah.
Yeah, you can easily do that. Are you gonna shoot him?
I mean, he's like locked in hand-to-hand combat.
He's hand-to-hand combat with
So
him.
No, I'm on his back.
So I'm not gonna shoot him because.
You're just gonna poke him with it.
Well, yeah, but it's like
It's a big gun.
yeah.
I feel like this is
Yeah, you did.
skullduggery.
Right? What do you bid? Skullduggery definitely fits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bid. I'm gonna bid. Bankrupt.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause,
And you poke him. So go ahead and throw down.
Yeah.
Because this is the second time he's attacked, so it goes down again. So he's threshold 2, but you're encumbering him, so he'll have a threshold of 1. You need to beat 1 success.
So it's my D10 and what? My brawn.
Probably brawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to poke him with the gun barrel.
That is 3.
Yeah, you get a narrative point. As you push him down, Mac, you're now on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I crack his visor.
Yeah, narrative point as you. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! As he's like holding his face. Mac, you're on top of him. But because you aided that, you cannot react. As you see low gravity sail over you, elbow out, horizontal, fucking car, going for that fucking detonator. You can react. What do you do?
Do I understand what I think I see?
Yeah. She's going for the blow up. I think. You don't have to know.
Can I use rethink on them? No,
it's already going.
It's a reaction.
It's going in.
Okay, so I'm gonna use.
Even if she could rethink,
I'm gonna-
she's flying to the air.
I'm gonna use, and I want to take their motion, her motion, and like flip her around and throw her like towards the door or towards the 2 over there,
Okay.
and try and knock them
How
down.
much did you roll?
3 successes.
3. You gonna do anything else? So right now you gotta beat 3 for limbo.
Okay.
Or if you do 3,
Yeah,
have
you
limbo,
two are
which means
opposing right
it's
now.
a yes, but
Do I still have my?
Uh,
How bad do you want to do it?
you beat 3. It's a clean success.
Yeah.
It works. But she can also throw down some mojo.
Sure.
It's up to you.
So
I
okay.
was gonna say I could also bid. I'll bid equilibrium to activate my fancy footwork
I love
trait.
PvP. I love
Which gives me
PvP. I love PvP.
which gives me 5 successes.
All right, you gotta be. If you get
Alright.
5 successes, you get limbo.
I'm gonna use tough because I feel like I didn't listen to the last one, and they're gonna think that I did this.
Yep. You can also you can also drop breath to immediately go to limbo, but
Yeah.
that's when we get into a serious war, so you probably shouldn't do that.
So I'm gonna use hateful.
Can't.
Yeah.
I feel good about all of this. This is good. This is good.
And
Mac is on the ground wrestling
use
with
violence.
people.
can I use violence?
For reroll? For reroll, yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, I haven't rolled yet. Oh,
Oh no, you don't need to.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
So I'm using hateful and tough so far.
So you are you're bidding what for the action?
For the action, it would be tough. He's
Okay.
like he's
So
gonna be
you're-
in
you're-
the
that's what-
way and stop them.
Yeah, that's what you're
or
bidding for
stop
the
them
action.
from-
Now, what are you activating ability wise?
Yeah. So I want to activate. Can I activate Armor of the Heart?
What would it do?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's.
It's
heavy.
not going to give you any bonuses
Okay. What about
because that's not what the ability is.
Master of Arms?
How many upgrades you got?
2.
So you're like impromptu using her like a weapon?
Yeah. I'm gonna throw her into them.
Yeah, I can dig that. So that'll give you a +2.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So
So-
you've activated one ability. Cool.
Yeah. So I have one. So I have 2 successes because of that.
Immediately, yes.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your throw down. You need 3 to go to
And,
limbo.
I'm
Wait
going,
a second.
Hold on,
upgrade.
wait. Let me deal with him.
Oh.
and then we'll get into this
No,
more
I was
bullshit.
gonna ask. I might have misunderstood something. Is upgrade 2? Does that mean 3 successes or?
No, it's usually a +2, unless the ability literally
Two
says
immediate
otherwise.
successes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
it literally says
Okay.
that.
and then I can use seasoned. No.
Well, for what?
Because I can tell where she's going.
Bidding that is not going to give you any
Okay.
successes.
So I
Unless
did,
you're activating an ability that gives you successes,
I
or ninja gear that gives you extra dice.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
I bid traits the tough.
Trait is the action.
Okay. Oh, so that's the action.
That's
right.
the action. Doesn't
Okay.
give you any success. It allows you to do what you're doing.
And then I also have hard as a gift.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
you need to choose.
Yeah.
Actually, you're making a reaction. You don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
All you need is just a bit of trait to activate your ability.
Okay.
That's
so
all
I
you
built
need to do.
tough to activate
Yep.
Master of Arms.
Right,
And
so
if
make
you
your throw.
have ninja gear, that
Yes.
could also add something.
I
Yes.
don't think I have anything
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Like-
but that's the only
like,
other
like there's
thing
no
you can do.
benefit in just bidding traits.
Yeah.
They don't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Got you. I got you. All right. I'll
Okay.
just throw it
Make a
out.
throw down.
So 2 automatic successes. You need 3 successes.
I have 2 successes.
Okay, so you're at 4.
So I have 4 successes.
So you can do proficiencies to reroll. You can do
I'll do a
you can do ninja gear to gain
violence.
extra dice.
to reroll.
Okay. You get 1. So choose a die and reroll it.
All right. That is a 10. No, that's. I think that's a 1.
Yep.
So it's not out of 10.
Can
I use the breath?
Breath will take you to limbo. Yes.
All right. I'll use a breath.
All right. So you spin breath. All that goes out the window. So you're at limbo. You're flying through. You see the commander, lieutenant. It's limbo. You let go of your laser sword. Otherwise, you'd be cutting her in half. Grab onto her. But the momentum is intense. As you're attempting to launch her into them, you do. You feel the centrifugal force. Whoa. Roll. It doesn't matter what you roll at this point because he spent breath. He's at limbo. You get 10 successes. He's still at limbo.
Gotcha.
The only thing you can do is burn breath, which means it is fucking gone.
Okay.
But if you do it, there is a price to be fucking paid. It's a one shot,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be nasty.
But I'm cool with that. Let's do it.
All right, you burn breath. Do you burn breath?
Well,
This is PvP. Now it's like my force field is against this. My force field.
can I use
Perfectly fine. There are rules. For
Can I
this
use
book.
a pip
Nope.
or a narrative point?
The only thing you can do is burn breath because that's the highest thing you can do.
Yeah,
If
he's
you're
crazy
going
enough.
up-
I mean, this
She's
is
going
one
up-
thing.
I was gonna say,
this
this
is my
is
mission.
like the last thing
I'm
that's
gonna,
gonna
I'm gonna.
You're
burn
burning breath too.
I got
Awesome. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so this is how it goes. It is up to me now.
Mhm.
Since you guys have gone full tilt all the way, we either do a roll off, a fate roll, or I just fucking tell you what happens. So how we're gonna do it? Just to increase this fucking suspense. It's a fate roll. Fuck everybody. Holker and Dav, because that's your name. Which one of you is fortune? Which one of you is false fortune?
I'll be false fortune.
I'm fortunate.
Okay, rules. There can be no rerolls on this. It's PvP, because you guys can just reroll all day long. No. No rerolls. It is as it's laid. The stakes are this. Fortune means what? So who do you side with? Who are you for? Do you want Sarah? Sarah. God. Do you want Karth to win?
No.
Okay, so if you win,
Yeah.
if Fortune wins, that means that you don't hit the detonation button.
Right.
False Fortune wins, means you do. Roll.
All right.
And either way, you both burn breath, so you're both fucked.
Yeah, right.
What'd you get? 4?
4.
Oh,
Wow.
It's only 3. It's a 4 and a
Yeah, it's a 0
10 and a 4.
and a 4. No, that's a 0. A 0 is a 0.
Yeah, no, it's 100%.
No,
Yeah, 0 is a...
It's a 10.
No, 0 and a 4 is a 4.
that's a 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. Whereas mine's an 80. So she doesn't
All
get
right.
the button.
Oh shit.
As you're so near the button, you can taste it with the elbow. As the your elbow slams into the detonation device, wrecking it. But you realize you're flying that way. You realize that your arm's gone. Cut up as the lieutenant let go of his lightsaber, and it just cut you in fucking half.
You sure you're not actually talking
As
about
blood.
Seraph?
I was gonna say we got Sarah again.
You sure you're not actually talking about Seraph?
Yeah, I am. Except it's like up here. Like titty's gone and everything. As you slam in, going into shock, blood going everywhere, bleeding the fuck out into space. Roll damage.
Oh. It's only
The
2d6
detonation device slams into the back, yeah, in 2d6.
plus 1. Oh, plus it was a plus 1d6 because I have mastered arms.
Yes.
Because I didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's
Go ahead and roll.
Alright.
And I'll continue describing.
10, 13.
So you take 13 damage. As you slam into these other two. The detonation
Yeah, I'm
device.
basically dead, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
She has 7 plot armor.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
As you slam into the detonation device, it breaks. You see as you're sitting there bleeding out your hopes and your arm flying the fuck away.
Both flying away.
However, you burn breath too. Old dude, who you're on top of, as blood splatters all over your fucking face. Ah, it's in my fucking all over the goddamn. You hear as his fucking vibroblade ignites. You jump out of the way, ting 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 ting, with your knife as he fucking stabs you in the gut.
I saw that coming.
This is just a perfect time for me to be an asshole. Will you roll me a d6 plus 1?
Mm-hmm. 7.
You take 7 damage. Getting up in you. Bad guy turn. As he runs over. Fist up, going down to hit the detonation.
Mm-hmm.
We get some explosion? Is that happening?
I wonder, does it happen? Is this a to be continued?
It is, I think.
Let us continue.
I think this is a to be continued. As you just see the fist coming down, flash to all of your eyes, flash to Karth, blood coming up everywhere, flash to the fade to black.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
I love games that end on people.
Hey, thanks for joining, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Good
Indeed.
stuff.
Everyone, thank you very much. Thank you for staying late. Last few bits. So, we're going to take a couple weeks off. I am moving to California. However, after a couple weeks, we're going to do a remote game where these lovely people will be continuing probably into space. And we'll actually do like a campaign. I think we're going to use Discord. Yeah. And DJ No Fly is going to be switching. So it'll be way better switching. But it'll still be here. And I'm thinking it's going to be Monday.
Sounds good to me.
Anyway, all that will be on the Instagram. We will not be around for 2 weeks. Look at the Instagram and all that shit. And we will continue playing some DreadLore. If you have any comments or any of that stuff, give us all that. All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, you gotta hit the other. Yeah, there you go.